Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 53rd Sons of Kojima podcast, aka the SoKast. And I'm one of your hosts, and my name is Alice. And I'm here to introduce this great bunch of people we have here today. And the first person I'd like to introduce to you is Mr. Carson Miles.
What up?
Nothing much, Miles. And the second person I'd like to introduce to you today is, it's Che.
What's up?
Mhm. And I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Freddy Fazfuck.
Super Meat Boy kills fingers and controllers. Just a PSA.
It really does. You could say it puts them through a meat grinder.
No, it's time for them to meet their maker, if you know what I mean.
Oh, these meat puns. Oh,
Well, and here you go. This guy doesn't really need an introduction. Kind of introduced himself, Mr. Moonman.
hey, how's it going?
And the the sixth person I'd like to introduce today is Mr. Moogle Master 102.
Yeah, you better get the hell out of my lane too.
No, just no. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce Mr. Fred Fox.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the aforementioned 53rd edition of this Sons of Kojima podcast. We're all gathered here today for antics and the assorted fuckery. But very special thank you, Miss Alice, for the fantastic introductions. Minimal amount of slander, less than we'd prefer around here, but that'll do. We appreciate that. It was fantastic. Hello, everyone. So, we usually start off the podcast with some sort of something, some sort of update, random things here or there. The first thing that we would like to talk about is we want to open up with special acknowledgement. As you can see on screen, our good friend, Mr. Carl Herring, his beautiful wife, Crystal, they have brought a beautiful baby girl into this world. Silvana, she was born at 2:17 a.m. Eastern on October 21st, 2015. So, Carl, if you're listening, congratulations. We're all so happy. We're all so proud of you. Congratulations to you and your wife. And I was blown away. You hear about it, your friends tell you, "Oh, I got a baby on the way," and we're all so excited. And it's sort of abstract until it all happens. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. What do you guys think?
I think it's a momentous occasion. The first granddaughter of Kojima.
Man, I've known Carl for a while, and him being a father, yeah, he could definitely do it. he's definitely one of those people that he's like a leader. He's definitely a good father figure. Yeah, he's. It's hard to put it in words because I'm really proud of him and everything, but it's like the only thing I can do is be happy for him because I know that he's going to be a great father along the way. He's a really good guy, so I wish him the best, and it's just opening a new chapter in his life.
I agree with Moonman.
This is a pretty joyous occasion, honestly. I'm very happy to hear that this long wait. I mean, I'm sure he was probably very nervous, but the long wait's over, and he finally, him and his wife have brought a beautiful child into the world, and I just want to say congratulations for that. And I don't know Carl too well, but I'm sure he'll be a fantastic parent, and I'm sure he's also a fantastic partner, and I'm sure he'll be there for his wife. as she recovers from, giving birth to a child. And it's just really awesome. I really don't have much to say, but congratulations, Tim.
Yep. So, again, Carl, congratulations. Crystal, so proud of you guys. So happy for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And, yeah, we just wanted to open up the show with that and, give our praise and our recognition, the first granddaughter of Kojima, Miss Silvana. So, all right. Touching moments aside, let's get into some stuff, some antics. We'll start some gameplay up, and we'll get rolling. So, as I mentioned, hello everyone. Let's recover. Let's get back on track. It's emotional for us. We're all very happy. So, all right.
That's great, man. That's a cute baby. You know, they're gonna be just fine, and we need more kids coming from the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
East Coast people, great people.
Beautiful kid.
Same with the West Coast, man. All strokes of life. It's all good.
Well, you can keep your hippie shit somewhere else.
Hey.
This is Carl's moment. This is Carl's occasion.
Yeah, Moon Man, stop trying to steal it.
I'm gonna steal his thunder.
I know you have a lot of kids, but this is not your time.
Oh.
This is Carl's moment, not yours. This is his
Sorry.
one kid, not your 12th.
Okay, I see how it is.
1200,
You
you see.
want to slander me? I see. You guys are all on my list. I'm not going to tell you what list it is, but you're on it.
No, your list of children, because that shit's starting to grow.
Oh, fuck you.
You set yourself up for that.
Yeah,
one.
we would have one of these every fucking week if it was up to you. All right. So, anyways, first topic on the docket, we've got something that happened literally as soon as we went off air. So we'll sort of clean up and get that one out of the way. Right after we went off air, Phil went on Hate Live, officially announced that he will not be streaming all games, only games of importance, and he promptly followed that up with streaming almost every day this week. So we're not exactly sure what happened there, but a little bit of analysis, a little bit of thoughts on this. I personally think that this was sort of a ploy to make more money, obviously. If you have someone that wants to watch his content and they're going to watch the full 4 hours and count as only one view, he's missing out on an opportunity. Because if that same person watches the 4 hours of content chopped up into 10 pieces, they're then generating 10 times the views. And as we've been told several times this week, Phil's contract is based solely on views, has nothing to do with the actual ad revenue generated. So, thoughts and opinions?
Personally, I think YouTube Red's kind of like, it's kind of just like Mozilla Firefox with ad block. That's basically all it is. So I don't see many people even wanting the incentive to buy it if they could already get for free. So I really have no idea what he's worried about. I feel like he's just trying to like hype up mass hysteria so that he tries to get more views on this topic. And that's just my opinion on the subject.
Personally, I think that him doing the whole thing with streaming every so often is just a way to build up artificial hype. I mean, if you look at September, it wasn't doing that. It was one of Phil's lowest months ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to come back and try to counteract that bad month and try to make more money in general, which it might work for a bit, but like everything else he's doing, it's going to plummet back down eventually.
Right. And, he's been streaming every day this week, and so I've been doing these videos lately on my backup channel since there was some some community antics on my other channel that I'm still trying to get appealed. YouTube's dragging their feet on that one. I guess I'll use a Phil phrase. But anyways, I've been uploading these videos just sort of documenting what he's been doing on his pre-streams and stuff like that, and almost every single video that I've put up includes some sort of fucking complaining about views. He did it today, did it yesterday, day before. Every video that I've put up so far, oh, there's not a lot of attendance here. I don't know why. He started, what was it? Tales from the Borderlands, right?
Mhm.
He started with, well, there's not a lot of viewers here. I guess it's because they're not used to me streaming anymore. What? You didn't even really take a break. I mean, it was literally just like, he couldn't stream because of the copyright, and it's almost like he wanted to dress it up as though he just, well, fuck you guys, I didn't want to stream anyway.
Bullshit.
Phil always has to get the last laugh and everything, man.
Yeah, he's like,
Even if it costs him his job.
he's a mastermind, He's always got everything under control. So,
The
but-
drama queen.
Yep.
He won't be laughing when he fucking loses his job.
Oh man. Okay, incoming fucking rant about how YouTube Red's gonna ruin his life or whatever.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
a potential to ruin his life. We're gonna see arms waving, fucking someone that obviously needs a training brawl, trying to fucking wear tight shit. Like it ain't working out for you, partner. Just a whole bunch of shit.
He's a humanoid
You're right.
version of a. He's a
Leanna,
humanoid.
can Phil borrow some of your fucking brawls? Do
You're
the world
right.
a
He ain't
goddamn
working
favor.
out. That's for sure.
Phil's tits are bigger than hers, so that's gonna be.
Y'all probably the same size or whatever. Can you give him a damn training ball, please? Because when he waves his fucking arms and shit like that, like he just wears some fucking wannabe V-neck sweater, and it's not working out for you.
Yeah.
Go baggy.
So we mentioned a few times. I guess we'll skip ahead all the way here with YouTube Red. Phil has been talking about YouTube Red for the past 2 days. I've been documenting that as well. And essentially what he's saying is he feels like... So this is the craziest thing. And please, if somebody sees it differently, please let me know if I misinterpreted this. But I feel as though the comments that he's making, he's almost like... He's acting like ad block was like common sense and that people have and should have been using it all along. Like, he's talking about like, well, yeah, YouTube Red is so dumb because, you could just use ad block anyway, and people are. So, the person that's like begging people not to use ad block is like, well, people use ad block, so like, what the fuck? But he's upset that there's a potential that this $10 subscription can take away views from him. It's going to be a different type of views. Today, he said he reached out to Machinima, and they told him that he'll get a piece of YouTube Red subscriptions, but, he's saying that because his contract is based on views, and only views, not ad revenue, that he should be just fine. But I'd like to pose to you this question that, before we get into our thoughts on YouTube Red, do you think that this actually does have some sort of implication on his Machinima contract? Do you think it's possible that this legacy contract that he keeps bragging about, that only 5% of YouTubers have, do you think that this could be a problem for him? Machinima is a big company with a lot of popular people on it.
It has the potential to be, considering he'll quite possibly be getting money taken away from people using YouTube Red, considering it removes ads from his videos.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it has the potential to fuck him up.
Something's got to fuck him. He's
Yeah, and it's
shriveling up
certainly
and
not going to be
dying
Leanna.
His hands fucking him. I know that much.
Damn right.
But I don't think YouTube Red will be that big of a deal because it's not really the ads, right? It's the views. You got a CPM, right?
for him. But what I'm saying is, if Machinima is going to take a bath on ad revenue in general, right? Because the system is, if you do YouTube Red, the people that the way that the money then gets divvied up is they haven't specifically said how much, but let's just take 55% as an example. Mm-hmm. They're going to divide up that 55% of revenue by who you watch the most via view time, like the time that you watch it. So if you're subscribed to YouTube Red and you watch 75% Phil and 25% Moogle, whatever, then 75% of that cut is going to go to Phil.
Oh, okay. I see.
But that, I think, largely cuts out the people like Machinima.
Yeah.
So if their popular channels have YouTube Red people and they're watching these popular channels, Machinima is going to lose money on that ad revenue, and they're going to actually lose money in general. As a matter of fact, it's almost like YouTube is becoming the MCN in this case.
Well, yeah, I would understand that they want to have control over their own website. They're kind of all in competition with each other when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if they have the complete monopoly over ad revenue and the user base, they're going to double or triple their profits that they're going to make off of it.
Right.
Because they don't have to share with other companies. So, from a business standpoint, this is fucking genius, but it's not going to work because people can just get ad block. And, like, there's not enough of an incentive for people to buy it, is what it's mainly about.
Nah, there's not. There's not going to be enough justification for people to pay $10 a month because, I know a lot of people, there's a stigma towards people that make a living off of YouTube, and I would say a lot of it's justified. Some people go overboard with this, so no, because people are going to look at it as like, why am I paying $10 a month, so these guys can get some money doing YouTube vids and shit like that. Some people just watch the ads.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people are generous and not, jackasses, they let you skip the ads 5 seconds before so you don't have to suffer through 30-second ads 6 times in the damn video. So, no, I'm not going to be paying for it, and I don't think that many people will because there's too much of a stigma against people making money off of YouTube, It's that, like, get a job sentiment, so. And $10 a month, man, that's like $120 a year. It's quite a lot to ask for. I mean, I think 5 would have been better.
Isn't that more than Netflix for fucking YouTube?
Yeah, that is. Netflix is 8.
Yeah, but you have to think about this. There are fans of PewDiePie and Toby Turner, whoever else is going to be doing this exclusive content, and they're going to dish out the $10 a month for that.
Yep, all those 12-year-olds.
There's people that give Phil $10 a month on Patreon, and they don't get shit. Like,
yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, let's just use, all right, if you ever want to think about how stupid people are, and you just use Phil's Patreon as an example, that shit is well-funded every month.
That's true, yeah. But again, 12-year-olds and KG. But
be honest,
mostly 12-year-olds.
Be a lot of kids sneaking into their mom's drawers.
To be honest, it just sounds like YouTube is trying to maximize their profits.
Mm-hmm. Just taking out the middleman of the user base and basically making all the users have to go to YouTube to get money, which is good because they're gonna cut out like fucking Machinima and all those people. But there are some good networks out there that do produce good content, and I don't know how YouTube is gonna be regulating these users now under these different rules because I'm pretty sure they're gonna give the people that make them more money even more privilege because they're more of a liability for the company.
I don't know. Fucking $10 a month. That's low. 5. That's the magic number. Even though I'm not paying shit for that.
That's a little steep for what they're doing.
That's still $60 a month for what? No ads, and you could download videos.
You can do that all. You can do that all for free anyway.
You can do that on Mozilla with 2 add-ons. You could do exactly what YouTube Red is advertising.
Yes, and we all do.
Exactly.
So
yeah, no guilt here.
Yeah, YouTube Fred is actually a pretty good system that we've got going on here. I use YouTube Fred. That's my favorite YouTube subscription. It's free $99. I use it on the free C. And it's fantastic. I just feel personally that there can be some sort of implication on Phil's contract. That contract that he has, that legacy contract, is not exactly all that beneficial to Machinima. Yes, it is free money because whatever he brings in, they have to give him a cut. But if you think about it, if let's just say that somehow there's a month where every single person who watched Phil's videos did it with ad block and watched no ads, they would still have to give him money based on the views.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, that's going to become really. It's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be realistic. People are using ad block, and for them to pay him so much money. I mean, do you think that there can ever be a point where they might have to pay him more than he actually generated in ad revenue because people are using ad block?
Well, from a business standpoint, that'd be stupid.
It could be It's possible though. The way that his contract is set up, it is possible.
Yeah.
And I think that if this YouTube Red starts to drive down their profit, they're a business first.
Yeah.
And they're going to look at stuff like this as a hole that they need to plug. And I feel like whenever his contract lapses, they're going to look at stuff like this, like YouTube Red. They're going to look at stuff like their profit margins, and they're going to say, you know what, this might not actually make financial sense. We're giving you a managed partnership. We're potentially giving you another managed partnership so you can do your montage channel. You're a bunch of headaches. We always have to hold your hand through everything. You keep getting yourself in all these messes with people, and we keep bailing you out time after time. You need to make a concession, all right? We don't have anybody else. All the popular guys that we have don't have these kind of contracts. We don't have to keep you on this type of contract. Let's move you off of it.
Yeah, they're probably gonna. If anything, if they're smart, they're gonna bump them down to like a starter contract or something where they don't need to pay him nearly as much.
No, they need to bump him on what he eat. You eat what you kill. He gets the ad revenue that he generates. That's the only realistic thing I can see that would make any business sense for them moving forward.
Or just fire him, which would be one of mine.
I wouldn't go that far. He does bring in free money.
Free money, but I mean, if your profit's starting to dip, I'll be one of the first people I get rid of, to be honest. Yeah, if I'm in the red, I'm fucking getting rid of Phil.
The YouTube red?
The YouTube red, yeah.
So, special shout out to Draguno for also submitting that in the viewer submitted topics. I'm gonna try, like I usually look at our topics first and then look at the viewer submitted. I'm trying to do both now, so I can kind of balance what we're talking about and what people submitted. So, all right. Any other thoughts on YouTube Red, broadly speaking, or specifically about Phil before we move on?
Gonna fuck him up.
It's just a shittier version of Twitch Turbo. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. You don't even get emoticons, do you?
Nope.
You get nothing.
Bullshit.
Nothing.
All right. Moving on. Phil's free Rock Band 4 bundle being a $1,250 Patreon goal. There are no other goals this month, and he claims that despite it saying $1,250, that is false, and he'd probably need around $1,400 in order to actually make this goal happen. The Rockathon for November or December, based on when he can get around to it. Thoughts on the free Rock Band 4 guitar bundle, the $1,250 Patreon goal, or anything else I just mentioned?
Okay. Let me just start this off by saying that that's the only goal that he's doing. Well, that's pretty shitty considering it's Machinima got him that shit for free.
Yeah.
Or someone in there got it for him for free. And originally he said that he wasn't going to be playing Rock Band 4. So
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then forcing not only is that his only goal, and it's at $1,250, mind you, but no, he's saying that he needs to get it to $1,400 just to meet the goal. That is complete bullshit in every possible way. And I've seen people calling him out on it, but he just doesn't seem to see anything wrong in it. Not surprisingly, it's very shitty what he's doing.
Even his fans are calling him out on that.
Which they should.
Yeah.
He got a game for free, and he's charging, I don't even know how much, like 1,400% more than what the game would have cost. The game's only like 150.
Yeah, someone's got to pay, and this time it's the patrons.
Yeah.
I just sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna let you go, but I was just gonna say that like you can't really commentate over music songs or rhythm games because people want
Yes!
to listen to the music, you know.
Yes!
So it's gonna be a fucking terrible ass let's play to begin with.
Yes!
I actually would love to hear him sing. He'd be like, "Oh, shitty dicks, oh."
That's all it's
gonna.
Ga, 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 ga.
What the fuck? I pressed red. It didn't come out. I'm holding red. I'm holding red.
YouTube red.
YouTube red.
Damn it.
Apparently
All
nobody
right.
wants to hear him
No
sing.
more YouTube red. Man, it's gonna, let's be realistic here. All right, it's gonna happen. All right, the patrons, even if he's not, even if there's fake pledges and all this other shit, he's gonna end up getting what he needs, and it's gonna happen. So let's just assume, reasonably so, that he's gonna do this fucking marathon. But I don't know, man. 1250. Did he ever explain how he came up with 1250? Like, does he think that he makes 1250 in a day? Like, it's such a random number too. 1250. It's not 1,000. It's not 2,000. It's 1250. Like, did he think like, all right, the best day I ever did in my entire YouTube career was 1250. That's what I'm worth.
I have no idea.
I have no clue, dude. 1250.
Can someone ask him that? Like, can someone do that, please? Yes, Alice.
Oh, I was thinking that he probably wants to get as much as he can. Like maybe in the past, it's like anything more than 1250 was too much. Like he wouldn't make. So I think he's just trying to get as much as he can. So like 1300 or 1400 was too much, but 1250 is probably his sweet spot. That his fans are willing to shell out that much.
But yet he's asking for 1,400 for Rock Band 4 just to make sure that he hits the Patreon goal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which doesn't make any sense. Like, if you get something for free, don't put it behind a paywall to fucking play it. Just don't. Exactly.
I wouldn't even watch his content for like free most of the time, let alone behind a paywall.
I don't understand.
No, you don't.
He should be the happiest person in the world. You're getting paid over $1,000 a month by people donating out of, goodwill and all that bullshit to play video games on top of what you make off ad revenue. Why are you so damn miserable? There's people out there busting their ass to make just that. What you make off of the goodwill of other people, just that. People, working minimum wage jobs, they have kids or they got to put themselves through college and they're constantly stressing about, they're tired and all that shit. Where's that next paycheck going to go? And you're sitting here, all you got to do is get up 1 p.m., 12 a.m., whatever, and play a fucking video game for a couple hours a day. Something that a lot of us do for free and for fun. Mm-hmm. And you are such a fucking crybaby. You're just miserable and you're just have one of the worst attitudes I've ever seen in someone that has it so easy. So privileged, right? Not like an SJW, but for real, you are privileged and you're fucking jackass. You're right. I don't mean privileged like in all, I don't give a fuck. I mean, you do what you want, I do what I want, but be humble, man, and appreciate what you have. Yep. $1,000 a month of goodwill of other people. $1,000, not 10, not 100, 1,000, $12,000 a year or more. People are donating to them out of their pockets. How can you be miserable like that? How could you be such a jackass and think you're owed more than that? To play a fucking video game, to play something on the PS4 or Xbox One, that's all you have to fucking do.
Just remember, he plays video games to have fun.
Hey.
That's right. Actually, entitled. That's a better word than thank you.
That's what I was about to say, was he's entitled to it.
Oh, yeah, thank you. That's
plays games.
Scratch that other word out, entitled, so my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just... people in the chat are, like, using band names, but replacing the names with gout. So you get, like, Gout Sabbath and Gout Wish and all that. I was just reading over that. It was really funny.
I saw someone saying, "Should I stay or should I gout now?
Oh God.
If I gout, there will be trouble. If I stay,
You
there will be nothing
guys.
for me tonight."
The gout will be double.
Gout you.
No gout about it.
Gout Suey.
Lights gout.
Gout Suey by System of a Gout. There you go.
That is great. That is
I love you guys.
How about gout smack?
Someone said gout and roses.
Slip
Oh,
gout.
God. Stairway to Gout. Oh, God damn it.
Back in gout or gout in black.
Lincoln gout.
Gout Halen.
Bohemian Gout City.
Fucking bullshit.
Good shit. Good shit.
These names are amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Gouty and the Pussycats. Okay.
Jesus.
Gout Floyd.
Oh my gosh.
You guys. Goutleback. All right.
Gouston Beaver.
Uptown Gout. Okay, that one's pretty good.
I hate that song. It's playing on the fucking radio. God damn it.
It's been a
Billy
long
Joel.
One night to get gout.
Wait, what's the song I'm thinking of?
Goutstein. Gout Speedwagon. Okay. You guys.
Highway to gout.
See Gout Again.
My Chemical Gout.
Pierce the gout.
Gout Busters.
How about Goutcast?
Oh, God.
Oh god.
Five Finger Death Gout.
Oh.
Hey, now, Fizz, that is slander.
Gout Symmetry.
Gout
What about-
Talica.
Gout Symmetry.
What else is there?
Tokyo Gout.
Wait, are we getting to like movies now?
I don't know.
I think we're getting to games because I see Devil May Gout.
Yeah, I see that now.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
okay.
All right, moving
Fatal
on.
Gout. Fatal Gout. I have to end it with Fatal Gout.
Gout
All right.
Simulator.
All right, moving on. Let's wind this back. So, also shout out to Jake Jakers for submitting the story as well about Rock Band 4 being behind the paywall. Final thoughts: Rock Band 4 behind the paywall. General thoughts on the Rock Band playthrough, predictions, any of that stuff.
That is a slap to the face to not only the people that gave him the free copy, but it's a slap to the face to the fans.
Yeah.
And I think I mean, it's no surprise that Phil is a shitty person for doing this, and the fact that he's making more excuses to not do it. Yeah, just go fuck yourself.
I wonder.
End of story.
I wonder how they would feel to know that he used their free promotional deal like that. Like, they didn't just give him that out of the goodness of their hearts. They did it so that he would make a video on it and give them free promotion, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
of
deal. Now, he claims he didn't sign a contract or anything like that, but, I mean, that's the implication. That's the, or else they're not going to send you shit again. I doubt that they're going to send him shit again based on how he did that. But I don't know. For me, I think it's going to be a ridiculous playthrough. I think the singing is going to be the highlight. Who cares about Phil playing the guitar? Seriously. We want to see him make an idiot out of himself and fucking sing into the microphone.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. So, if he's going to sell his dignity for $12.50, minus any taxes or fees, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, someone brought this up actually not too long ago. Someone said it was earlier in the chat. Someone said that they would love to hear Phil sing Camel Corpse. There's a Camel Corpse song in Rock Band, which I didn't know about.
I want to hear him
Which is
sing
interesting.
female songs.
Oh, God.
Well, Cannibal Corpse, they don't sing, so it'd be kind of...
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying I couldn't imagine what Phil would do with that.
Well, I mean, Phil, we hear most of his streams are full of belching and stuff, so it'd be kind of similar.
Which
Maybe.
What song from Cannibal Corpse is in Rock Band 4? Does
No.
the chat know?
Fuck that Rock Band shit. I
Oh,
want
but
him
the
to
drums are
rap
fun.
that King of Hate song.
Ah,
That would be
Oh,
perfect.
no.
I am the king of hate because of pure fact.
And I spit truth. Okay.
The okay part.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. He should do that. He should fucking do a rap video of him singing that song and shit. Like, give that guy a music video. Let's get in touch with that guy, right? And let's see if he can ask Phil to shoot a music video for that song so that he can, I don't know, try to promote it or some shit. I don't know.
Best of luck, because I ain't talking to him. I seen the fucking cover of his little album. It's just the most ridiculous fucking shit, dude. Are you trying to be a fucking... I don't know.
I know
Hey,
people
y'all
that
have
live
fun.
near him, so, you know, they might be able to make that connection.
Yeah, you know. You know what? Here's a rap name for you, the fucking Idaho Picker.
Wow.
Oh, damn it. Moon.
Definitely better
Damn
than
it,
what you can do
man.
now. It's ridiculous.
What if he
You
shortened it
rapping
down?
about mudding
What
and
if
not
he-
shooting guns.
What if he, shortened it down, put a hyphen, and called himself the hoe picker? How about that?
Ooh.
No, I think he farms more
Or
than he plants.
I, the hoe picker, you know?
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
All right. Well, anyways, moving on. $75 perk being co-op gameplay. I submitted this one, and I noticed this one on his recent pre-streams. He has been talking about his upcoming Thanksgiving special. Now, when you first hear Thanksgiving special, you think like a video, like with turkey and the little cornucopia deal, that horn that has all the food spilling out of it, you know? And like, like a little nice song. Oh, we're thankful for this and we're thankful for that. And, sort of one of those type of videos where fans can like come in and talk and shit. It turns out that $75 investment that you thought was going to enable you to be part of history, to be part of Project 7 on your own terms, be it via voice only, some sort of pre-recorded thing on camera. No, you don't get that. Along with no refund, of course. You don't get that. You, my friend, get an opportunity to play with the king. I hope he calls it that. Play with the king. This November, coming to a console near you, provided you have that specific one. Coming to a game near you, provided you have that specific one. Coming to a day near you, provided you're free and available during that specific window. You can turn in that $75 voucher for a chance to play with the king. You can play video games with Phil, something that has never been done before over these several years of everyone playing with him for free. You can be part of history. Who's excited? Who's signing up? $75. Slap it on the table.
Not me.
Come on, pony it up.
That is way too cheap. That should be about $150 for that deal.
No, it should be a couple of thousand.
Like,
Man.
how
$75 to play with the guy that sucks at every game he plays? No thanks.
how egotistical and how self-absorbed do you have to be in order to charge people $75 just to play a fucking video game with you? I mean, the gall, the fucking ego on him, Jesus Christ. That's something you should be happy to do. You should be happy to play with the fans that have supported you for years. You should do that for free as fan service if they even want to fucking play with you. You shouldn't charge people to do that shit. So now is he not just making money off from views from them, and they're not paying money to support him via Patreon? Now he wants to charge them even more to just play a fucking video game with him. That is just wrong. I'm sorry. That is just wrong. But that's not what this was originally for. It was originally, like you said, to get them a spot on Project 7 or in some creative project. I think this is just disgusting, to be honest.
That's how it's worded. I want to remind everybody that that's how it's worded on the Patreon. For you to be part of a creative project. This is just you getting to the front of the line to play video games. Now, let me also point out the double dipping that takes place here, because Phil is the master of the double dip. He's going to be playing the popular releases from November anyway. He's going to be playing Halo 5, right? He's gonna end of October, but you get the deal. He's gonna be playing the. Is there a multiplayer component to Syndicate?
There should be.
I believe so.
Isn't there a Call of Duty coming out?
Yep.
Okay.
All out.
My brother is way
He's
too
going
hype.
to be playing the multiplayer components of these AAA games that are coming out anyway. Right? And
True.
he's then going to shoehorn that in. Okay, so there's no multiplayer with AC Syndicate. All right, thank you for that. All right. But anyways, Call of Duty,
Oh, it did take.
Halo 5, what was the other shit? Call of Duty, Halo 5.
Fucking.
There's no
What
Fallout
was
4 multiplayer.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, you get WWE. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I
PSP's
forgot about
backdoor.
that.
Thank you for that. Battlefield. Average Broseph says. Anyways,
Battlefront.
Broseph
Not
said
Battlefield.
Battlefield.
No, because it's going to be Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
point remains. These are going to be games that he probably was going to play the multiplayer for anyway. But then he's going to dress it up and say that this is the Thanksgiving special that week, that he's going to be playing multiplayer with the fans. But, oh yeah, that's right. The fans that gave him $75. Oh, by the way, you need to have the exact console that I'm going to be using. So if I'm playing on PS4 and you own an Xbox One, you're shit out of luck. Oh, by the way, you need to own the game that I'm playing. So if you own a PS4 and I'm playing on PS4 and you just didn't happen to go pick up Call of Duty, you're out of luck. Oh, and by the way, you have to be available in that specific window. So if you own the game and you own the console, but you have to work during the day, you know, those suckers that have an actual job and work all day, you're out of luck. Sorry. Thanks for the $75. We'll see you for the Christmas special.
Wait, he's not
So-
going to try to maneuver around the people's time?
Nope.
Do you
shit.
really think he's going to collaborate with these people and ask them what time would be good for them? He's going to stream in
No.
the exact fucking windows that he's been streaming in, and if you can make it, you can make it, and if not, we'll see you on that Christmas special.
Yeah, antisocial Phil. He's afraid to talk to anyone.
What's also just fucking awful is that it's for the Thanksgiving special, right?
Mhm.
And instead of giving back to his fans what he should and play with them, he's charging them for a Thanksgiving special. Do you guys get the irony in that?
Yeah.
Not
I
the
hope-
irony, but just how irony. How
Thanksgiving.
disgusting
Thanks
that
for
is.
giving me that money, suckers.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope, okay, that these people realize, please spend time with your family that week and not give this guy $75. You shouldn't be giving him fuck. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but in my opinion, giving him $75 is ludicrous anyways. But fucking spend time with your family. That's just my opinion. I'm not telling anyone what to do because how the fuck are you going to charge someone $75 just for them to play a couple of multiplayer games with you?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that say about his fan appreciation months then?
Those are
No,
a
just-
missed opportunity to make some money, Moogle.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about that because if he's offering to collaborate or do a co-op with someone anyway, what does that say about his fan appreciation stuff? Is that just all thrown out the fucking window now?
Yup.
I don't know, man.
I just, I'm sorry if I'm ranting, if I'm getting a little animated about this, but this is of the stuff that he's been doing recently. I mean, it would take me a while to even summarize the shit that he's been doing lately with this fucking Patreon, but this one is disgusting, and I'd love to get some people's their thoughts on it, people that support him. But like Kate Gallion, I'd love to hear what Kate Gallion has to say about it. But these people signed up. Like, think about this. Really think about this. You're a patron. You're a longtime supporter. Oh, wow. If I pledge $75, I get to be part of Project 7. Oh, man, I remember Project 7 and John Rambo's open shirt and the guns and they're shooting each other and their jokes and, oh, man, maybe I can be Deathface. Maybe he'll let me do that. Or, oh, man, maybe I can be a voice of, like, the boss that gives Phil the orders on what his mission is or something. Like, oh, this could be so awesome. What possibilities this is. And then 6 months later, oh, I can play multiplayer games with Phil? As if I haven't already? As if I maybe haven't already? Can you imagine that? If you're a longtime fan of Phil to the point where you would give him fucking money, $75, don't you think those people more than likely either tried or already have played multiplayer games with Phil for fan appreciation?
Yeah, I think it's just a big fucking slap to the face. I mean, like, playing multiplayer should, in its own, should be fan appreciation without him having to acknowledge it as a fan appreciation thing. Should, like, I've seen people who stream and stuff that just play with, their fans all the damn time, even in fighting games and all that. But Phil just, like, he really doesn't care about his fans, if that's the case. Clearly. Especially to put even his fan base behind a paywall. I mean, really, dude?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
$75.
that's right, Chase. $75. Can I sign you up?
No, I ain't giving him. Dude, honestly, I wouldn't give him 75 cents if he was begging for money on the side of the street. Sorry. I mean, and my conscience only goes so far. I don't respect people who try to take advantage of a good thing and a good opportunity. So I wouldn't even give him 75 cents if he needed it.
So the question remains, what's that Christmas special going to be then?
Nothing.
What if it's more multiplayer?
No, it's going to be a vlog with the Santa hat. There you go. That's your special effects. That's your, outfit attire. It's going to be him in a fucking Christmas hat doing the same old shit.
Hey, what about
20
this,
minutes. There you go.
What about this?
I don't think it's going to be a repeat of what happened with the Let's Endure that Haseo and I did, where he basically made a parody of the Grinch by making them trolls instead.
All right, how about this? All right. He's going to put on the Santa hat. He's going to have a list. And he's going to read off the people who gave him the $75 as being on the nice list. That's not just a voice shout out. That's a voice Santa outfit shout out.
Oh, he certainly can fit the part of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. There's a part-time job for you, or a little seasonal job. Play Santa Claus. You look the part. You got it. You look haggard and you're out of shape. You're good to go.
Haggard.
Yeah,
wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's whatever.
That's a great term for Phil, haggard.
Yep.
So thank you, Mr. Lance.
Leanna could be the elf.
Thank you, Mr. Lance with the pants, for submitting, in addition to ours, the $75 Patreon goal being to play online with the fans. We appreciate that. Man, I just can't believe that he basically pulled that you're gonna be paying him $75 to be part of that. So, all right, moving on. Any other thoughts on that $75 perk?
It's stupid.
Thank you.
That pretty much sums it up.
That pretty much put a bow on it. All right. Something that we're very interested by, and we'll get to that in a second. Why? DSP made his voice acting debut in Aggie Episode 5.
Oh boy.
I have to say that that voice acting is pretty top notch. He gives Nolan North a run for his money.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. He totally fits the part. Let me tell you.
I'm not saying this sarcastically. I'm being honest, guys.
Yeah.
Come on now.
He's totally the next Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Top notch. He's gonna be voice acting every fucking game character now.
If you guys haven't seen the Twitter video that I posted, I implore you guys to go check it out. Now, first of all, I checked this out, and I was very curious. I have to be completely honest with you guys. I was very curious to see, he's mentioned in the past, I'd love to get into voice acting. I know we all made fun of it. I said that, if they need some fat fucking greaseball character, then you'd be perfect for that. But he talks about it. I think that he kind of wanted to put this on his resume, that he's done it before. And he turned in, and I I'm telling you this without any shred of bias. He put in one of the worst voice acting performance. I don't know if he even looked at what his character was going to look like. I don't know if he even looked at, the footage. I don't know how that worked. It seems like based on Aggie's communications on Twitter that she tried to reach out to him in private, and then she resorted to like reaching out to him in public so that she'd finally get a response. Seems like he was just a nightmare to work with, not sending her shit for days, not responding to her. I mean, it probably was a nightmare to just fucking beg this guy to turn in this voice acting. He ends up coming in like with 2 minutes left, like the very end. I'm like waiting. I'm like, all right, that's gonna be Phil, right? Oh, the phone rings. He's gonna be on the phone, right? Oh, this person's gonna be Phil, right? They end up going to a trailer park, and he's a biker. He's from like the Lost? Aren't they in the GTA 5? The Lost MC or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a biker. And he sounds just like himself. What? If I kill Aggie, I become the leader of the East Ballers and the West Ballers? I could be like the king. Welcome to the dark side.
Oh, God.
What the motherfuck?
That sounds so bad. Not only Phil was bad, the entirety of the voice acting was terrible. Absolutely god-awful garbage.
I'm pretty sure the whole point of voice acting is to play a character, not yourself.
What are you talking about? To some, Darkseid Phil is a character.
He is a goddamn
Or at least,
character.
I hope he is.
Yeah, we all hope that.
Yeah.
He plays a fucking moron. That's what he does.
Yeah, unfortunately.
People want me to post a link. I will.
No. Oh, man.
I will do
Well,
that
don't
for
do
you.
it.
What do you want? Do you want the condensed version with just him, or do you want the whole thing? I'll give you I'll do Aggie a favor. She's a nice girl. I'll do her a favor, and I'll post the whole thing.
It's about to
Need
get
improve
better
on that
too.
Fucking English, though. Jesus.
You're gonna get timed out by Mailbot.
No, my only
I think
criticism.
I should be able to post. Let me see.
My only criticism is that
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, there you go.
putting yourself out there too much ain't a good thing. But other than that, it's all good. I got nothing against her.
So there it is. You can see in the thumbnail to the video. There's Phil. It looks like iced tea. It doesn't look like Phil at all.
Look like I got punched in the eye. Keep telling you, it looked like someone hit him so good that they cut his eye with his fucking knuckle.
So
It's a hell of a jaw tapper.
Anyways, so Dial's in this voice acting, but here's the best part. So Aggie's trying to corral him to do a episode 7. Or sorry, 6. My mistake, 6. This was episode 5 that he did. She wants him to be in the next episode because essentially what his character... So here's a short summary of the plot. Aggie kills the leader of the East Ballers, and via the rules of the universe that they're in, she now becomes the leader of the East Ballers. The police are after her. She threatens a witness. She lets him go. He goes to these people to try to gain protection because he's afraid for his life. And he ends up going to Phil, like, oh, hey, Phil, if you kill her, you can become the leader of the East Ballers because you're already the leader of the West Ballers. And in turn, that'll protect me from Aggie killing me because I'm a witness and I'm cooperating with the police to figure out who killed the leader of the Ballers. So all you do is Phil gets this information, and then he walks away to go kill her, and there's no resolve. So based on the fact that he needs to give her lines for this next episode, that's all he recorded. He recorded a minute worth of dialogue, and it was a hassle just to do that. So in this next episode, apparently there's going to be some sort of confrontation between Aggie and Phil, and I don't know about you guys, but if Aggie is the lead character and the series is based on her and named after her, I don't think she's going to die in this confrontation with Phil where he comes to kill her. So is Phil going to agree to be killed off on screen?
I don't know.
Or does
Maybe
he
it'll
just
be
get
by
thwarted?
the track. I mean, I wish it was by the Detractors. That'd be a fun thing.
It's by Troy Baker.
So, here's the other thing before we get into why we fit into this how we fit into this equation. Aggie has been reaching out to Phil over and over. Hey, Phil, have you seen this? What do you think? Can I get some feedback? Here's the link. What do you think? You know, I didn't mean to rhyme there. And he has not even given her so much as a retweet to share this shit that she, I think, worked hard on. At least she worked more. She put more effort into it than he does. And he did not even fucking share it. Didn't retweet it. As a matter of fact, he responded to her. Do you know when he responded to her? When she said, "Hey, Phil, I sent you a game. Did you receive it?" He responds 5 minutes later, "Yep, received it. Might use it for the Halloween marathon. No thank you. Just literally an acknowledgement. Yeah, I got your gift." Within 5 minutes.
Wow.
That's
What a douchebag.
That is the only communication that he had with her. She has been, like, literally going out of her way to reach out to this guy. It might even be embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know much about her, but, you know, I would feel kind of embarrassed that I keep reaching out to this guy and he doesn't respond, and I have to sort of, you know, keep just trying to get a response out of him because I need to work with him to get this done. She's obviously a fan. She asked him to do this. Of all the people she could ask to do this, she asked him. So we move on, and I decided, you know what? Let's help this girl out. And I offered, and my friends here also offered, their services. We offered to be part of an episode of Aggie moving forward. I assured her that we would get our lines done in a timely manner. It wouldn't be a big deal. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, she agreed. And she's actually on board with the idea that the Detractors can be part of an Aggie episode. And she thinks that this has potential to be crazy. She thinks that this has a potential to be an awesome fucking thing. And we are so excited to partner up with Aggie.
Yep.
And to help her out, to lend our voices. She's asked us for ideas. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, so I'll keep the spoilers to a minimum. But we are set to be part of it. Mr. Ludacris reached out to her, so Mr. Ludacris might be hopping on there too.
Oh yeah.
Expect to see, unless Phil puts the kibosh on it, unless he selfishly tries to tell her, you know, oh, you know, if you work with them, then I'm not going to work with you anymore, which would just be so fucking selfish. Like, listen, all right, this community that we're part of is very supportive. People are excited that we're going to be part of it. People are going to watch it. Like, we're going to tweet it out, and people are going to be like, oh, shit, the SOK is doing that. That's going to be cool to see. Phil's fans are going to check it out. They know who we are. She's going to get a decent amount of attention and support by doing this. Right? More so than she's getting from Phil's community, because no one's talking to her. He's not talking to her. No one's been really sharing the video. I've seen people making fun of it and stuff like that. We think it's going to be fun. And a lot of other people in the chat right now, they think it's going to be fun too. They're going to watch it.
Yeah.
And he's going to try to deny her that ability. I guarantee you he's going to say some shit to her, and she's going to end up saying, I can't do it now because Phil.
I actually wanted to ask her if I could get on that, because it slipped my mind like 4 times. I wondered if she was still going to take voice actors, because I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, we're at the early stages because she needs to finish up episode 6 with Phil, and then we're supposed to be on a future episode from there.
The email she sent me, she's very enthusiastic, so it's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Alice.
I sent her. I was one of the first people to give her my email. I know the people I saw that gave out their emails was Che, Fred, Moogle, and I, back when I last checked. I don't think she knows who I am or knows that I'm a part of the SOK. So I mean that would because I hope she would. I hope I could get involved with that since my voice is a bit different from everyone else's here, being on the the higher end of the spectrum.
I've been actually listening to previous episodes, and yeah, I think she does need female voices because she does majority of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does majority of them.
If you do a good job, I mean, I think she would. I think she'd be lucky to have you voice some other female voices because I've seen people in the comments that aren't trying to be dicks to her and they're just being realistic and they're saying you have a very distinct voice and you're voicing all the female characters. It sounds a little bit weird, just because you don't have a very broad. You don't have a very deep range with your voice. Not you, I'm saying about, that's what they're saying to Aggie. And to have at least two, I mean, she has a bunch of male voices, so to have another female voice would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
and when I said high, I meant higher pitched. I didn't mean like better or anything. That's not what I meant.
I know.
All right. Awesome. But I think, that would be a very interesting project. That'd be cool.
uh-oh. Well,
oh,
Jay.
God damn it.
The thirst has been,
people are back.
people have,
Oh, geez.
I guess
the water
has returned.
Yep.
I wasn't even looking. All of a sudden I see Chase say something. I'm like, oh.
They're just admiring your voice in the chat, all right? They love you.
Maybe a bit too much.
Yeah.
So,
It's such a thing, people.
we
There's
are,
such a thing.
I'm hearing some echo.
That's-
Yeah, I'm hearing echo.
I don't.
Echo.
Is anyone
I don't
using
hear it.
speakers?
No.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So we're excited to get on board with Aggie. She's been asking us for ideas. We've given her some certain ideas that we want that could make this good, and yeah, we will be represented very well. I assure you. She thinks that this is going to be crazy, and I think so too. I mean, I honestly, she has a good, she has a good view of this. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens in episode 6 with Phil and stuff like that, and expect us in the near future to be part of it. We'll keep you guys up to date. We'll obviously share it. We're not going to be fucking dicks and fucking ignore her and shit. We'll probably retweet it as soon as it comes out and stuff like that. We'll probably insta-sync it together and see how it turned out and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
expect more details on that. And special shout out to Aggie. You put a lot of work into it. You do it for the fun of it, we can tell. And yeah, shout out to Aggie. Aggie plays.
Yeah, she's cool.
And we didn't even charge you $75 for that shout out. And I promise we will not charge you $75 per retweet either,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Please.
you're talking about, Fred.
Continue working on your English.
I cannot believe I just called you Fred. What the fuck? I don't know what you're talking about, Alice. We did get our free shout out before.
No, I'm saying we won't charge
Phil.
$75 per retweet or for a shout out, I promise, Aggie, we won't charge you.
You don't know that?
I need to try to get in touch with her, though, because I actually do want to be a part of it. Seems like a cool project.
I might too.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting project. I haven't really seen too much of her stuff, but I'm gonna definitely check more of it out. She seems like she does it for her own enjoyment, which Fred just said, but you can generally tell when some people do it for the cash, like Phil, and when people don't do it for the enjoyment, or when people do it for the enjoyment.
Yep.
So yeah, it'd be cool.
So we're going to connect with one of our buddies here in a second. He's hooking up his mic. So we'll get our first guest caller. We've got 4 tonight, guest callers. So, excited to do that. But let's see. Is there anything in the Google Doc about Aggie so I can give people their just due? Nope, nothing with Aggie. All right. So let us move on to Phil telling mundane Matt his story of being DDoSed and doxxed. Moon, why don't you start us with that one?
All right, so Monday Matt, he got DDoSed a while ago. I think it
DDoSed or
was like
doxed?
DDoSed. Yeah, I messed up the Google Doc. I didn't update it. I'm sorry. But he got DDoSed a while ago. I think it was like 3 days ago. And then Phil writes like this 3-paragraph essay on how he got DDoSed back in Connecticut and Seattle. It was just kind of ridiculous. I think I put the screen cap in the Google Doc, if you could show that.
Sure.
And yeah, he was just rambling on and on about it, and then people actually in the comment section was like, please don't take advice from this guy. This man does not know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, he made I think Mundane Matt, because that was on the Mundane Matt's video about him getting doxxed.
Oh yeah, it was docs, not DDoS. God damn it, I fucked up
DDoS
twice.
is denial of service.
It was
Dox
but,
is when someone drops your information.
Spider crow goes wherever a hybrid goes. Can it swing from a web? No, it can't, because Chase smashed it to death.
Under my Tim boots, because I even get combat boots. And brothers, I hope that you will join my army. It's starting up.
The anti-crow army.
Yes, because the scientists are trying to screw us over like I knew they would. Okay?
Did the movie The Bird scare you as a kid?
No. They don't scare me. They're just I know their plan. That's why. I'm kind of like Sherlock Holmes and Doctor Who, but I'm not time traveling in a porta potty or any bullshit like that.
Don't disrespect the TARDIS, man.
No, look, Doctor Who's cool, but I need his help on this.
What is their plan?
Crows are the weeping angels of real life, apparently.
Oh man, nah, you have no idea.
Alex, I'm blaming you.
It's the fucking animatronics that plague this world.
What?
If they make it, I better get 1 million sandwiches.
Yes, you'll get 1 million sandwiches.
So, all right. So, sorry about that, guys. The stream went down for just a second. About a minute. I'm having some internet issues that we will get fixed. It's not a really big deal. We expected there might be some problems, so we did have a backup plan with the fantastic Mr. Moogle, who's been the streamer of this fine podcast for how long now? Until I took over when he had to deal with some things and stuff like that. And so not really a big deal. We're back on track. So oh well.
It's good
Let's
to
yeah. So thank you, Moogle, for that. We appreciate it. All right. Now I guess we'll get back on track to where we were before we got so rudely interrupted, and that was the Mundane Matt deal. Now I posted in the chat, and Moogle, if you can get that on screen. If not, it's cool. But basically, Phil says, quote, "No worries. I was doxxed almost immediately when I lived in Connecticut, and then again when I moved to Washington last year. The worst that can be done is having food sent to your house, which ends quickly once it happens 1 to 2 times and restaurants catch on, and possible swatting. I obviously recommend calling your local police department on the latter just to give them a heads up, even if they don't take it seriously, so you've got your due diligence. Nobody is going to do shit in real life, because that's the whole point of doxing, trying to hurt someone by exposing personal info while behind the anonymity of the internet. None of these kids, which is exactly what they are, have the balls to do anything in person. Tons of people get doxed, but nothing ever really comes of it but nonsense that goes away fairly quickly. Good job twisting it against them, though, turning a negative into a positive."
You know, something DSP will never do. Just cling on to the past forever.
Of course.
So something that I thought was funny is he claims he doesn't watch other YouTubers. How did he find out about this so quickly?
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Unless he watches YouTubers.
I'm assuming that someone might have told him.
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe KG. Something like that. Sammy? Someone.
kind of like just random. I didn't even see this when I was watching that video. and someone pointed it out, and I'm like, wait, he actually commented on the video? I rarely ever see comments on other people's videos from him. This is kind of like a surprise to me, and of course he had to do some song and dance bullshit like he always does.
Yeah, he looked at it as a forum to like be on the soapbox and make it more about him than about Mundane Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like all of it was about him.
Well,
And then it's like, oh,
he does that
Go
with
ahead.
everything, though. I mean, he always plays victim whenever, like, it's something else is happening to someone. He always has to make it about him. So, I don't know. It's really stupid.
One thing I will say is he says he was doxxed almost immediately when he lived in Connecticut. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was back in like 2010 or 2011 he would do those like condo tours or whatever.
oh, yeah.
I'll never forget. He had like a bill on the table, and like at first he tried to hide it, then he just put it up to the camera and he said, "Here's my address. If you come to my house, I will fuck you up." He said something like I probably could find the video, because I will never forget that.
Oh, God.
No, but he got doxxed.
That sounds like something he'd say.
Yeah,
It wasn't his fault. He got doxxed.
sounds like a typical thing he would say.
Here's my address. If you come here, I'll fuck you up.
That's what he said. I swear to God.
Oh, Phil.
That's pretty good, actually. Meanwhile, he shuts up when his neighbors tell him to shut the fuck up.
Boy, does he.
Hey, shut up over there.
Shut the fuck up in there. Nothing.
Does.
Nothing for like 2 minutes.
He waited until the coast was clear. So, anyways, that's fantastic. His advice to Mundane Matt, and yeah, just the reaction, like, please don't listen to this fucking guy. Don't get associated with this guy. Pretty good. Brings a tear to my eye. So that's great. Did anybody else submit anything about that? Let me just make sure. I want to cover my bases. I want to make sure that we, because we appreciate all the fans submitted. Not fan. I don't like to say fan. Viewer submitted stuff. Let's see. I don't think so. Somebody's typing.
Oh, so that was me.
It's all good.
All right. So that does it with the Mundane Matt. Any other thoughts on Mundane Matt before we move on? Beautiful. All right. This one was a personal favorite of mine. We covered it a little bit, but we'll just briefly gloss over it again. Still complaining about views. I've got a screen cap from Dragon Killer on October 20th. Darkside Phil in the IRC says, in all seriousness, I don't expect many viewers on stream today. I think it'll pick up over the week as people get used to it again. Then says, I just hope it translates to YouTube views because I, in all caps, really need them at this point. I thought he was going to stop it with the views stuff, but I don't see an end to this whole I need views stuff. Even though his fans have told him, like, can you please knock it off with the views stuff? It's kind of a buzzkill. You're kind of bringing us down. We're not going to watch your stuff more because, you ask us to or anything like that. Like, we're going to watch what we want to watch. And you're not going to guilt trip us into more views. And he hasn't really abandoned that plan. He's still Mr. Views.
Yeah. Well, that's like his whole business model now. It's like guilt trip people into watching it because it worked like twice. So we think that's going to work every time. And people are going to keep watching the videos just out of guilt. But if you're not entertaining, people aren't going to care, especially if it's not really helping you,
Right.
So it's like in no way, shape, or form is views gonna really matter to the consumer, especially if echo. Especially if there's like nothing really in it for the consumer to watch it because it's just shit content.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's clicking a lot.
Sorry, I actually found that video I was
Table.
talking about.
Table. All right?
Sorry.
Table. The mouse.
Act like you belong here. All right?
table.
You're gonna strangle that damn mouse. That's it.
But
But,
that thing cheese.
I'm just
No cheese for it tonight.
I'm blown away by this View campaign that he's on. I don't know. I feel like it's just gonna get worse. And oh man, can you guys imagine if these new releases don't pick up? If this month, because he had the worst month ever last month, he claims. Can you imagine if this month doesn't pick up? If people don't watch Assassin's Creed Syndicate, if people don't watch Halo 5.
Oh, dude, nobody's gonna watch fucking Halo 5. I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
They might watch Syndicate then?
Possibly. I think he's really just trying to bide his time for Fallout 4. And he's still probably not going to get a lot of views on that because they're going to watch bigger YouTubers play it.
Or they're going to play. Oh, sorry. Or they're going to play it themselves.
Exactly. So he's kind of fucked for the hardcore gaming season. He's pretty fucked. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think Fallout 4 is going to have spectacular views. I mean, the last Metal Gear game didn't. That was a final chapter in the main story, and he's kind of gotten known from being a jackass and sucking at Metal Gear. So you'd think a lot of people would watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, didn't it release in the beginning of September?
Yeah.
Yep. First.
So some kids still had off from school.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think the highest he got was like 20 or 30,000 a video off of MGS5, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Like he didn't pull in that many views, and that was like a big game, especially for Metal Gear fans. But again, like people bought it before they watched it, so he kind of got fucked there. Plus, he releases like 20 views a day or 20 videos a day, so it's oversaturated on his own channel.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of fucked himself, like triple fucked himself.
To me, I just feel like if he's going to go this route of, oh, I'm in, it's red alert time, and oh, I need your help. People are gonna start to just, get desensitized to that. Like, okay, we get it. All right, you said that this is an emergency. How many times now? You said that this is the last straw. How many times now? Like, eventually they're gonna just say, all right, whatever. We get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Any other thoughts on Mr. Views before we move on? Beautiful. Let's do viewer submitteds while we got the chance.
Sweet.
All right. How about... Here's a good one. Submitted by Anonymous. I wish you didn't do Anonymous. That way we could give you credit for this, but you will be credited as Anonymous. If Phil were to get a tattoo, what do you think he would get?
Oh,
That's a good one, actually.
Do you think he already has one by any chance? He's got like some sort of tribal shit or something?
Oh yeah, he has the fucking Lost in the Damn tattooed on his back.
He's got a back piece. He's got a huge back piece.
Yeah.
Barbed wire around his bicep.
Oh man.
Or tribal.
Do you think he closed it off? Do you think he completely closed the loop on it too?
Yes.
Oh, what a douche.
That's so flabby. Like, oh, that would look terrible. Like the barbed wire would just be like a line.
Or maybe like a Street Fighter logo or something.
Ooh,
God.
what if you put like best Evo player in America or some shit? Put like the date.
Oh, what if he gets Leanna on his body?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, in cursive with a heart on his shoulder blade or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Table. Phil's never had Leanna on his body, so that tattoo would be a fucking first for him. Man, oh man, that is a great question. I'm telling you, some of these viewer submitters are awesome. What would Phil get? Phil would
probably some fast food.
A fucking burger on his bicep.
Phil would get the King of Hate. He would get the King of Hate tattooed on him, on his back, on his whatever the fuck, on his chest.
What about Dark Side Phil?
I don't know
Or
if he'd get
DSP.
Dark Side Phil. Maybe DSP. I just feel like he'd get King of Hate and like a crown or some shit.
Looks like
He put a picture of him with that stupid fucking Sonic hat on his goddamn fucking bicep.
No, he'll get the realest motherfucker on the internet written on him.
He put that
Yeah,
salad-
put it on his fucking back.
There you go, one that says "fuck the haters."
Pretty much.
He would do-
That's
he-
pretty good.
Get that salad from Jack in the Box and put like a missile strike in it for far away. I was thinking maybe Eva from MGS3, so every time he looks down, he goes, "Om."
Oh god.
Or you could get one of the fucking Wii U in a trash can.
You can get it on his stomach so he can look at it when he beats off.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. Maybe like a Patreon logo. That'd be pretty cool.
It's a
On his,
P,
right over his heart, Patreon logo.
the $sign on his chest.
You can get. Hey, what if he got one of those like rip away tattoos and it was like a $sign on his heart?
You know, I think he'd have to. I think he'd get one that had to do with some. You know those posters that people put on the wall and it says like determination and then it has like some picture. I think he would get some sort of cliche word like determination and it would say like some sort of really generic quote.
Yeah.
No, I have a better one now. I have a better one. He'll have a picture of that Wolverine figure he never got and say "fuck you."
My
Interesting.
character's stupid.
I can just imagine that tattoo Alice was talking about. Determination. Be determined. That's the whole fucking quote.
We could use it as a great excuse to insult his mom again.
That's true. Good. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, anybody else got something?
So, Guard Spectre in the chat just said, one, it should say, "I was blocking dude" or "fucking Kojima."
How about the Ashley Madison logo?
Oh.
I was thinking make it like Tupac and have Thug Life.
Oh god.
Well, if he was on Ashley Madison, it's not the first time he heard "Nothing for You Tonight."
No, guys. Here's another one. I still have one more. So whenever he meets someone like out in like a con or something, he just like has like an unbuttoned shirt and it just unbuttons and says "Donate to my Patreon."
You can have the fucking Patreon logo.
That's what someone said.
Someone says it makes me stronger.
Hate makes me stronger. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, something really cliche like that, you know, determination or hate makes me stronger or the adversity or something.
Like he'll be like at the tattoo parlor and just looking at all the words on the walls. You know what? Determination.
If Phil was one of the 7 deadly sins, he'd be greed.
I think he'd be sloth.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be gluttony.
I was just about to say, he could be like 3 of them at once.
It could be like avarice or something. But I don't know, like Leanna's, I think it would be like the Five Guys logo.
So, someone just said he should get a tattoo with a heart that says "full-time boyfriend."
Oh,
Oh my god, that's great.
turned into a shootout.
Well, that would imply that he gets something out of it for being full time.
No, that's true. He ain't getting no money out of her, so I know damn well he ain't getting sex. So
So,
that was a good one.
tattoo on Phil. Fantastic. Thank you, Anonymous. We'll move on. We've got, how about, all right. Mr. Russell Blake has submitted us thoughts on Pandalise spending her best years by living in an isolated place with a grumpy fat guy who whines on YouTube on a daily basis and not having any interactions with anybody but him, while her girly golden years, her early 20s are passing by. Again, Russell Blake.
damn, shooting.
Ether.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Who wants to start on that one?
I'm no comment.
Go ahead.
All right, how about
Good
Mr.
job.
Evil? How about Mr. Evil typing? How about you let us know what's up with that?
I was just thinking, as they get a job now.
That
You're
is
gonna regret it.
I'm gonna be honest. How do I answer a question that pretty much speaks for itself?
Yeah, like he took all the words out of my mouth in that question. Like,
It's gotta.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried.
That man, that burn was like hotter than the sun, man. You can't recover from that shit.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. I feel like that is true. I feel like she's raging. She's aging at a very rapid pace. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems as though she's aging in multiples of 5 instead of 1.
Yeah, she looks like a 30-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's she's supposed to be what, 20 something, but she's
22.
apparently, like 35, 36.
Yeah, Mercedes of all people.
Yeah,
She looks
Mercedes
like
says she looked
mid-30s.
beat to hell or whatever. Yeah.
Damn.
So, well, oh well. Yeah, and yeah, it's such a weird dynamic. It's like she's sort of trapped. I don't know if she views it that way, but maybe eventually she will.
Maybe she just doesn't have any like drive to be like a contributing person to society or anything. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, this could be her dream job. Like she gets to, have a sugar daddy that she doesn't actually have to have sex with or anything, and just gets to, I guess that is, if that's her deal, that is, sort of the ideal.
Gets everything she wants. Stays at home all day. Doesn't have to work. It's like it's living the dream. No social life.
Well, she does have her soap business.
Oh yeah, that's in the red.
She'll give up anything for not working.
Yeah.
That's the main goal.
Yeah. Seriously.
I feel like fucking Retribution needs to make like a DS or a SoKism of how many times we said fucking red in this podcast.
I'll give him a few more. Red, 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 red.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wonder. I just thought about something. I wonder if Lana's tried to sell her soaps to like big businesses like Walmart or Target in the area. That's
Oh
what I
yeah.
Oh
Like,
man.
like a certain someone we know trying to sell sauce at Walmart.
Yeah, that's certain someone that's real sad about it as well.
Yeah, he was real sad about it.
Maybe she'll go on like Shark Tank or something.
Yeah, go on try.
Maybe she'll actually go in the Shark Tank.
Oh, what Fazzy? That's a little too far.
With those teeth, she'll be biting back. Fuck.
Oh,
Exactly.
oh gosh. She'll scare the fish. She'll scare the sharks off with her terrible teeth.
Yeah.
They'll probably think she's an alpha shark and swim away.
All right.
All right, awesome dead air for 8 people. All right, so we'll move on. We've got another fantastic submission here. Jakers. Phil has claimed the people who used early copies of Halo 5 and the newest Assassin's Creed are just people who want views and money and have underhanded tactics on getting them. This in comparison to Phil, who wants views and money but has no means of getting either. Thoughts? Beautiful.
Didn't he just get Rock Band for free? Isn't that something similar in a similar way, but at the same time?
And Talos Principle?
Yeah, he's got the same shit.
He's
He's just
like
not
these-
getting them early.
A few years ago. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say he's getting these free games and then he immediately puts it behind a paywall. That's like hypocritical right there. So, go ahead, Evil Table. Didn't mean to
I
cut you
remember
off.
it was a few years ago when Street Fighter Cross Titan came out. He played it a day before release. And that was when he was saying, playing games before Street Day was illegal.
Oh yeah.
No, I think he's just angry that he can't get these big AAA titles early anymore. Because if he would, he'd be taking full advantage of it to get those views and to get that cash. So I think he's a bit jealous of the people that actually have the the resources, they know the right people to get this shit early and that they're big enough to do it. I mean, Phil, he can't for most games, so I think that just really pisses him off. And it's definitely, it shows how irrelevant he's become compared to all these other people that he likes to trash talk. And his peers and in the community, he really has become irrelevant compared to them, and this just throws it in his face. And that's why I think it pisses him off so much. I mean, if he could do it, he would, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, all he really has to do is get a part-time job at GameStop, and then you get games a little bit before release. But I don't think he's.
No, you don't.
That's right. You don't actually?
Nope, you don't.
Oh, they lied
you
to me.
don't.
I work
Those
at GameStop.
jackasses.
I have a friend that works there, and he never gets a pre-release copy of a game. So.
Nope.
Jackasses.
The rule is at their stores is that you can only take a copy out if you have more than 4 copies new on the day of release. If you scratch it up at all, they make you pay full price.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you play before you buy it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Jackasses at my school lying to me.
Yeah, they are lying to you.
It's pretty clear they're lying when they say, oh, you get free games from GameStop, which is
well, not free games, but you can buy
games before they're released. Yeah.
Well, you know what though? They are kind of right in a sense because they give you a ridiculously big discount on used games and such.
That's cool.
I mean, my discount on used games is 25%.
I mostly mean towards the games that are being released. That's pretty much it.
They don't sell used games their employees took home as new. They gut them. And what they do is they put the game back in, and then they sell it brand new because it's not got a scratch on it. Someone just said that in the chat. They confirmed selling used games their employees took as new. They count it as new even when the employees take them.
Oh, wow. It's kind of jackassery.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it really is.
I was just going to apply for a job at GameStop. Forget that.
I already did. I got the job. That's how I know all this. I'm trained.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thank you. Let's see. How about so anyways, we'll finish that one up. In my opinion, if Phil had the ability to get these games early and get them out for day one views, he would justify it and say, well, I've been behind the 8 ball for years, not being able to get day one views. And finally, it's a win for the little guy, this and this and that. He would justify it. He would be able to tell himself that this is a good thing if he was able to flip it and the shoe was on the other foot. And he would milk that for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
All it's worth. Early stream, all that kind of shit. He's just mad that he doesn't get that treatment. But, when it comes to other things that he can sort of wave in front of people's faces, he's the first person to do it. His managed partnership, he was fucking criticizing Joe about the Nintendo shit, talking about, if Joe had a managed partnership, he wouldn't be in this sort of predicament. Shit like that. It's disgusting, and this hits the nail right on the head. The fact that, he accuses people of doing other shit. It's just to make people rally to him and think that, he's the realist, he's the little guy, he represents the common man, all this kind of fucking bullshit that he tries to advertise as himself because he knows he has nothing unique to offer anymore, that people have capture software, that people are fucking, capable of doing this shit. It's whatever. As a matter of fact, you know what? Why don't we go ahead? Let's grab Jake Jakers, who we had scheduled as a call-in guest and has been fantastic with the viewers submitted. So if we could please grab Mr. Jake, and we'll add him into the mix.
Sweet.
So we are now connecting, and it looks like we have connected Mr. Jake Jakers. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. So we've just been covering some of your fantastic viewer submitted questions, and we literally just got done with Phil accusing other people of using shady, underhanded techniques with early games. All right, early games, access to that kind of stuff, and that if he were to since he doesn't have that kind of stuff, if he were to have that kind of stuff, he would be doing everything he accuses other people of doing.
Jake, you got some clicking?
Sorry, I was just adjusting my headset. But I'm aware that I've been watching the podcast for the meantime. I thank you for covering those subjects.
Absolutely.
No problem.
So, if you have any opinion on that, otherwise, we'll just move on to the next thing.
Nothing you guys haven't said better.
Perfect. All right. So let's move on. We've got, interesting. So this actually piggybacks off of Jake's question, and that is, Phil has seriously reached a new all-time low in regards to how he treats and rewards his fans and patrons with this month's goal, in my opinion. We kind of covered that a little bit. It is a bit concerning, the way that he's going to reward people. Any thoughts, Evil Table? You're kind of fresh in here, Mr. Jake. The $75 patron goal that you get to play games with him and stuff like that. Any kind of opinions on that, or maybe even the Rock Band 1250 goal?
Well, I guess we can really expect any more or less of him. I mean, he did do that with Project 7 and what was it, several other games, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The whole marathon. So this doesn't surprise me one bit.
About to say, after Project 7, I can't call this a new low, but damn, is Phil not going to try?
The funny thing is when you think he's reached a new low, he goes even lower. He just fucking digs it even deeper, So that's very surprising. But it's not going to surprise me.
Phil's gonna need a bigger shovel. God damn, I can't talk when I'm eating.
Wow, that's obviously something to do on a podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and transition then from someone that isn't eating. What do you think, Mr. Che? And Che died. That's also something not to do on a podcast.
Well, I'll answer for him. All I'll say is if Phil dug himself in any deeper of a hole, he'd be in Leanna's soap business.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Burn.
I felt that from here. Oh, shit.
Want to order some soap for that?
That's gonna hurt even more.
Only from the black currant, okay?
It's quality soap.
And
Accent is the soap, you see.
It's quality content soap.
Miles over here laughing like an evil villain.
Yeah, there. Have fun.
No.
Wow. Too bad.
I can see what this call is turned into.
Fred, what do you think about this?
Well, I think that his, what hasn't been said, I feel like his ability to treat his fans as though they are for granted. He takes his fans for granted. Don't you think so, Alice?
I definitely do. He really does treat them like shit.
So, treats his fans poorly, manipulates them, lies to them, builds up their hopes and dreams only to crush them down and say that he never did in the first place. I mean...
He's almost a cartoon villain.
He's going to look back. He's going to look back 5-10 years from now, and he's going to wonder why he didn't do more. Or maybe he won't. Maybe he'll think, man, those fucking haters, if only it wasn't for them.
You know what? I'm leaning more towards that.
yeah.
This kind of relates to what we were talking earlier. Well, it builds on it. How he charges them $75 just to play a game with him when he should be doing that for free just to give back for Thanksgiving. Like you said, thanks for giving me $75, suckers.
Mm-hmm.
But he really does treat his fans pretty poorly, and it gets worse over time. Like back in 2012, from what I've seen, is when he really started to get bad with how he treated them. And I think one of the reasons why is he doesn't legitimately care about him. He just wants to see how much money he can milk from them, to be honest.
And I think some of the fans got some weird fetish where they like being treated like shit. There are people out there like that. The
It
more
makes
you
sense.
abuse them, the more they They get attracted to you, and the people like that, man, you are making the world worse, and you honestly need to be put in straitjackets. Have some
Yeah, it's
goddamn
called Stockholm
self-respect.
syndrome.
No, you think
Yeah.
his fans are masochists?
Could be, and people like that aren't fucking weird.
His Patreons might be, but
I'm just saying, like, I can never like go back to a person that says, "Oh wow, your question is stupid. Why are you so stupid?" You know, that's what he does to a lot of people.
It
They're-
seems. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Moonman.
I was gonna say I was gonna finish off that are legitimately asking questions to him. They're calling them like idiots, dumbasses, shit like that. So go ahead, Alice.
Thank you. It seems like he doesn't just screw over his fans, but he charges them to screw them over. I mean, could you imagine paying someone to get screwed over? That's just even worse.
Yeah,
the only people who benefit from his Patreon are the people who don't donate to it.
really.
I'd say the only person that benefits from it is him.
One thing that really annoys me is he used to play with his fans for free, like back in 2010, 2011, and stuff like that, with like the Call of Duty games, I believe.
And
I
now
think-
we see
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
we're stepping over each other's words here. I was gonna say now he sees the market in it, so he's gonna charge for it. Go ahead,
There's
Alice.
No, Jake can go.
Yeah, go.
Thank you. I just want to say that there's something very weird. It's called the Thanksgiving special, but he's not that thankful, and I don't see what he's giving.
You see it on the screen right now?
You have a good point.
Yeah.
Levy, tell him what has happened.
Who's giving you his lobby so you can play with them?
I hear like something in the background.
No.
Yeah, I hear that too. I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah, what the heck?
It's
Hang
like
on,
talking.
Phil's
Yeah.
behind you.
Run.
Found out.
None of my
It's-
tabs are playing
Someone's
audio.
watching a stream.
Somebody's watching the stream back.
No, not ours. I think someone's watching a different stream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it just stopped. But yeah, I mean, have you
I
noticed
guess-
that his treatment of his fans just gets worse over time?
Wow.
It really
Um,
does. Yeah.
Going back to the entitlement, that thing really annoys me. He should be thankful for each and every one of them because they're the reason he gets such an easy lifestyle. They're the reason he gets to live in like what is it, 250K house and he gets like a 30K car.
And yet
And-
he had. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
He just treats them like shit. It just bugs the hell out of me.
It's like he says that, oh, you guys are taking me for granted. No, you're taking your fans for granted. You know, you're taking he's taking his fans and Machinima for granted at this point because they're the biggest beneficiaries that he has right now. And he treats them like shit all the time, and not once have I heard an apology from him.
I'm telling you, one day Mishima is gonna get sick of them, just drop him, and it's gonna come out of nowhere too.
I feel like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
when he start
Hopefully.
giving like less than a profit, it's time to let him go at that
Mhm.
point.
Oh, they don't really take any money from Machinima though. He doesn't cost them a cent. Like that's why I don't think they're gonna let him go anytime soon. Is because all that is easy money. They don't do shit and they profit off from him. They don't put any money into him, and they only receive money. So it's just an easy profit. That's why I don't think they're gonna let him go anytime soon.
Well, you see, it starts not being such easy money from him whenever he's constantly asking for something from them left and right. Like, oh, I got a copyright strike. Machinima, deal with it. I mean, if he does that constantly, then it's going to be not as profitable, or it's going to be, well, it's not going to be that. I can't think of the word.
All right, let's bail out Freddy. So, I think that Moonman should go ahead and talk.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that time is money, and when you give all your time and effort into one person, you're letting down other people that could use that time and effort for something that's actually important to their channel, like actual things happening. Unlike these copyright strikes that are probably gonna get solved eventually, didn't really need help from Machinima for most of them.
Type in a storm. I'm
That's it.
literally gonna strangle and kill. Both strangle and kill. All right? All right.
Okay, I'll try typing more silently.
Or mute. How about that?
Oh yeah, I could just mute my mic.
Yeah. All right. Now
I
we're
forgot
learning
to switch.
podcasting. All right.
Stable. The mic.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth, the mic.
It's now going to be muted.
So
You better.
I-
now that we're back on track, I think that
Someone's drinking.
That's some deep thinking right there.
no, I was just hearing some crazy noise, so I wanted to like figure out who it was so I could strangle and kill. But let's see. So, oh god, here's a vicious question. Maybe I should read another one. Yeah.
Oh, I got to see this.
All right. How about, judging from how much of a greedy, lazy slob of a fuck that I think Phil is, I also wouldn't be surprised if he keeps and continues to use his current goal setup model, in parentheses, wants the same cash for doing even less work overall, for the future as well, despite saying he'd only be using it until the end of this year because of all of the bad stuff that happened to him and such, submitted by Anonymous.
Yes. Yes, that is a very strong possibility.
I want to see that guy talk to Phil. I'll be very interested to hear that discussion. Just by going off that paragraph.
Yes. Yes, it would.
Phil would stop listening the moment he brought up the Patreon.
Yeah, really. He really would.
Judging by how his viewer base now is completely dwindling, I don't think he's going to last too long. Or too much longer, I would say.
Yeah, but he's just going to increase nickel and diming everybody that watches him. That's what he does now. I'm sure he's going to be doing that for the entirety of his YouTube career at this point.
See, the point is, and what Phil is doing himself is completely wrong. People aren't coming to his streams to watch the game. I mean, just like to point that out there. It doesn't matter what new game you're playing or whatever. People are there to watch you.
Well, I think the whole appeal of Phil back in the day was to watch him fail, and now that he has so many fail safes, aka stream chat, it's kind of impossible for him to fail live. So, it really is. And even when he does fail, he like masks it in an unfunny manner. Like he tries to be like, the kid's so wacky.
Well, I think
What the flippity floppity floop.
Yeah.
Well, I think it gets old after a while, and a lot of times he fakes it, and you can tell when someone's faking something. You know, he's not an actor or anything, so he can't pull it off that well.
Yeah,
Some people got tired of it. One trick pony.
That's true. I think he back in the day he used to get consistent views with just his gameplay and stuff. But now that he's not getting the views, those consistent views with his gameplay and let's plays and stuff, he's supplementing that with his drama, his update videos, and he puts a lot of drama in them so he can try to supplement the views he lost from his gameplay. So if people don't want to see my gameplay anymore, I'm gonna create some videos that talk about all the drama that's been going on lately and have a bunch of drama, because that's what people pretty much flock to him for nowadays. Now that he can't get the views from his gameplay, he's going to be doing that more often, and he's going to start relying on the drama based videos and updates more often in order to bring home the bacon.
But even drama about him, that would be like Drama Alert if all the drama was about Keemstar. Like, it wouldn't be fun at a certain point. It'd just be dumb.
And Shay is hungry.
Yep,
Someone
Shay
said
is.
fucking bacon. God
Jay
damn
is
it.
hungry.
Anyways, yeah, one trick pony. He fakes his anger a lot of times, and now it's just drama. And man, I'd love to see the tags, man. He probably fucking floods of drama. Drama this, drama that. You know he's spamming the fuck out of them tags. If he could get away with it, he would have extra tags in the description.
That reminds
hell
me,
yeah.
I should actually look at that because I have a thing that allows me to look at tags on YouTube.
Oh, how do you do that? Because I was wondering how to do it now.
vidIQ. There's a Chrome extension called vidIQ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, that's what I do. There's another method too, where you can just look at the. It's like a directory in the browser itself that you can look at.
Oh, god damn it, Alice in the Left Shark. God damn it.
Ah, come on.
He is a top-notch dancer.
Nap.
Oh, he doesn't move his arms around.
What the hell?
He'll be top notch after I kick his knees in.
Oh my god, you're so violent. To
Now
the
then I'll
poor
be-
shark.
It looks
then
like
he'll
he's
be the
drunk and
bottom
dancing.
notch.
He was the star of the Super Bowl, okay?
He
Yeah.
was terrible.
And I played Tinkerbell. It's about as convincing as that statement.
Here's a good one, submitted by Mikey J. Snake. What would you name DSP's third channel?
Dark side montages, okay?
Well, if you remember, Phil said that he wants to completely get away from the DSP Darkside Phil stuff because there's such a slanderous movement against him, and it's spoiled his content that he wants to like try to come up with another name that will attract new people while still getting the same old people.
Well,
The king of clickbait.
I know something.
Essentially.
Please
What
help
could
me.
he-
What
I
could he
need more
name it?
donuts.
What the fuck could he name it?
He can name it Hardcore Anal. That'll get people to click it.
What?
All right.
What?
Okay then. Moon
That'll
Man.
probably keep his old
Fuck,
fans too.
dude.
So.
Well, I mean, you know, were you looking through Google history?
The Google history?
Google. No, all
Yep.
I saw was Dota 2 and fucking insults.
Oh,
It-
that's.
God damn it,
that's
Moon
cute.
Man.
I think he would turn into like Jack content-wise. He'd be like the Dark Side Kitchen or like the King of Kitchens or something, and he would like make a bunch of cooking instruction videos and like cooking with the king, but he would branch it out into a full-size channel or something.
There's
Yeah,
one
but
problem
it would
with
be
that.
so terrible.
He would
Sorry,
Sorry. He would,
Um,
I think. Oh, I'm sorry. You go on.
I was just saying I don't see that being possible because Phil's openly admitted he doesn't cook much of anything.
Yeah, well, he does get fast food from Arby's.
Pretty much.
Which is like the worst place to get fast food.
Well, if you could tell, Jack doesn't cook anything either.
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at a later time.
Yep.
But yeah.
And we do have other guest callers that we want to get to. So, Mr. Jake, thank you very much for your time here tonight. It was awesome to meet you. Awesome to get to talk with you. And we'll probably try to reach out with you. We'll try to reach out, touch base with you sometime in the future, man.
All right, I have a lot of free time. If you guys ever need something that I can help with, I'll gladly hear you out.
All right, man.
Awesome. Thanks,
It's
man.
been an honor. It's been an honor being here.
Alright, talk
So
to me. Sorry.
we'll move on. Let's see here. We've got if DSP were ever to run for president, what would be his platform and what party would he represent? DSP for 2016.
I had to
Oh,
cringe at that.
He would represent to get Chad the fuck out of the United States Party.
What?
You represent
Yeah.
the independent because that is going to be the only thing that will accept him, and only his hardcore fans would vote for him.
What are you talking about? Every day is Independence Day for him.
What? You fat as fuck was referring to the independent party.
Yeah,
But,
I know he was. Wait, was he making a joke on that? I don't even.
I was
Okay,
don't-
okay.
I was making a really
I'm
bad
about-
joke.
I'm about to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think he would run as a Republican. And I think he would make something along the lines of like, I can be America's Patreon or something.
Look, if he's ever president, we're all getting drone striked. So that's just gonna happen.
Fuck drones. Terrible.
So
He
Be
might get
prepared
invested
if that
from Donald
happens.
Trump.
I'm thinking that his platform would be cut taxes on self-employed people That would be his whole platform. He would just run for president just so that he can make more money off of YouTube. Like, the content creators on YouTube are the backbone of society. And we need to encourage people to work for themselves. We need to make people more motivated to work.
Okay.
There's a bunch
From
of
home.
crickets.
Yeah. Like,
Man.
all right. Well, you started 2 wars and the economy's in the shit. Well, we need to be more motivated. Sorry.
You tried invading John Rambo's house. That's U.S. soil.
Oh, jeez.
You'd be reading out text messages at the podium and shit, at the State of the Union and shit. Well, you see, Hillary Clinton text messaged me this, and that. I'm the realest president in the motherfucking earth.
Amazing.
In front of the UN, like playing Street Fighter.
Well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Russia's a bunch of fucking haters.
You're a bunch of detractors.
When his approval ratings go down, he gets on like national TV. All your hate makes me stronger, America.
Stronger!
And more motivated to work.
Oh, man.
I could imagine him changing like the Pledge of Allegiance to like the King of Hate theme song.
Oh God! If he walks out to the "I Am the King of Hate" song.
Oh, instantly banned from ever stepping foot in a presidential election again.
Oh, that's gonna be the national anthem of the United States.
Oh man, fuck that!
If
If I hear that shit at major sports games, I am going to personally shoot out every single speaker with a rocket launcher. And then I'm going to find whoever put that on, and then I'm going to shoot him with a rocket launcher.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Talk
oh,
about being
God.
morbid.
The messenger needs to be told, you can't do that shit.
You can't do that shit. See, if that happened, no TV would have a speaker attached to it. So like, see the pictures, no more of that shit.
Imagine Leanna's the first lady.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Well, she's no Eleanor. I can tell you that much.
Oh my God! I'm thinking about what the American flag will be changed to. Probably just a picture of him with the fucking Sonic hat.
Nah. It'll be the American flag, but with Phil's face plastered all over it.
I would just think
it could be the
like
Hateful Truth logo.
I was thinking
man.
a PNG of the King of Hate thong.
Ew!
Oh God, that'd be so bad.
No, the flag would literally be the thong.
The flag's thongs.
Jesus.
Who does vice president be?
Oh man.
KG or Onyx.
No, because he doesn't. Well, yeah, it could be the Mighty Onyx.
Yeah, he make Onyx in charge of like the FBI or something.
Yeah, he'd be like Secretary of
yeah.
Defense.
That's classified.
We need to increase surveillance.
You see, I Cured would be Secretary of Defense.
That's classified.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I think Sammy Samosa would be Secretary of Defense. Did you hear those awesome fucking things he was saying to Phil's defense? Just a bonus, Fred. It's just a bonus.
When are you gonna take DSP out of business?
Oh man, imagine if he was the Secretary of State and shit and was communicating with other fucking countries. When are you gonna put DSP out of sovereignty?
DSP still in office.
They go for a diplomatic meeting. Let's just shoot the shit. I don't have time for a 4-hour conversation, so let's just shoot the shit. Putin.
Do you have a job?
He brings his juicer to the council meeting.
Let's just juice this shit.
Yeah, well, that administration will last 2 days because we'd be easily invaded and taken over within a week.
Oh man.
Not even
Like a
within a
retard.
week, within the first few days.
No, they're gonna be sitting there. Okay, Mr. President, he's gonna be playing that stupid little game where he got the cup and the ball, and he's gonna be taking 2 hours to figure that out because, oh, look at this! I could put the cup in the ball, and how did they put the string in the cup and the ball to take it out? You're gonna fucking order like a $10 billion investigation to figure out how they do cup in the ball and how they make it.
That'd be amazing.
That would
Why?
be
He's gonna be in the
fantastic.
backseat of his freaking presidential limousine doing a stupid. What? The square won't go into the circle peg. What's going on? No, please.
What?
I want to take this time because somebody submitted something, and I want to actually address this. All right. Here is something that I was interested by. I'd love to answer to something like this. All right. Submitted by Anonymous, of course. Fred was kind of an asshole after the Sammy Samosa interview. Why did you make fun of him afterwards, and why did you make fun of his voice and job? You guys are critics of DSP because he's an asshole, so why are you doing the same thing, making fun of people? So, let's address that. Now, if you're saying that it's okay to make fun of Phil because he's an asshole, Sammy Samosa is an asshole. This guy literally called me out to a debate, said to be a man, and all this kind of stuff, made it very difficult to actually make it happen. I went out of my way to actually make this happen. The guy started the conversation with, I don't have time for this debate that I challenged you to. Do you have a job? Are you failing? Like, his entire goal to come on there, anybody can see this, but his entire goal to come on there was just to, like, get one over on, just to say something at all, to get in something on me as an insult, or to put me down, or to put the group down. He called Shay a bitch. He said all this different stuff. I have a business card, bitch, and all this other stuff. Talk shit about people who weren't there. His goal was not to have a debate. I took him seriously for the first hour. I tried my very best. Called me a bitch boy, called all kinds of different stuff. And I still gave him a decent amount of respect and gave him every opportunity to represent himself for almost an hour. And then, after it was clear, after several different remarks from him and attempts to try to show off for his buddies that he got one over on us and all this other shit, then I started to give it back to him. As far as making fun of him after the fact, as far as directly on the podcast, people weren't able to give their take because he didn't want them to be able to. So literally people were biting their tongues because they didn't have the opportunity to express how they felt about that. And as soon as they got on air, they wanted to express how they felt about it. Now, what are they going to lie? They're going to lie and say, like, he wasn't an idiot, or that he, didn't embarrass himself. That's what they said. They said, hey, they called it like they saw it. And he's provided us with several memes like shoot the shit and juice and fucking I don't have time and all that other stuff. So yeah, I don't feel like I treated him unfairly. I feel like we gave him every opportunity, and I personally think that based on the way that he conducted himself, everything that we're doing is completely fair game based on what he gave to us. So that is how I would respond to that.
Yeah, and I agree. To an extent, you reap what you sow. And if you're going to make us jump through all these hoops and still be a jackass after we did everything that you told us to do, then of course you're going to get that kind of reaction. Because you weren't respectful to us when we were being respectful to you. You reap what you sow.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that, I don't know, I think some people get the assumption that we're trying, like, we have some impossible standards to follow all the commandments and be holier than thou and be a beacon of kind of like a fucking monk or something like that. We're just normal people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you dish it out, we're going to dish it out right back. You shove us, we're going to shove you back.
And apparently our whole mission is to help Phil. So, that's what we're... I don't know where we picked that up from. Yeah, where did we pick that up from? Like, does anybody know? Like, did we say this and forget about it or something? I don't think we did. I don't think we ever came out and said, yeah, we're here only to help Phil. Or I don't even think we ever said, like, we're here to help Phil. Let's all rally around Phil or something like that. It seems like just a weird way to tell us that we're, like, defrauding people. Like, oh, they said they were going to help Phil, and they're not.
We give criticism, but just because you criticize somebody doesn't mean that you're I mean, you're there to. Your mission in life is to make them understand, how better they have to be, and you're like their PR team or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're just normal people, man. Just like y'all. That's the best way I could put it.
Mm-hmm.
We're just dudes shooting the shit.
We're just shoot the shit. So let me let's grab our next guest caller.
You guys didn't want me to sign off, did you?
If you don't have the time, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
We've just known you for a while, so we're riding with you for a little bit longer.
All right.
But yeah, if you need to head out, that's cool with me. Let's see. Some of Phil's critics / haters taking the whole anti-DSP things too far by wishing him harm, or that he loses his job. Submitted by Girled from River. Yeah, we've sort of.
Hello.
What the hell?
Yeah, I got a bit of echo there.
Yeah, super echo.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
All right.
All right, that's Dale. I wasn't expecting him. Yeah, that was Dale. How's it going, Mr. Dale?
I'm doing okay. Sorry about that. I was watching one of your lesson tours before you called me.
Oh, nice. So what we're just about to get to is the topic of people taking the DSP thing too far. And what I was just saying is we've noticed that, and we've tried to separate ourselves from that. If you've noticed, we haven't had people on the show that have that sort of attitude, take him down and stuff. I believe there was one or two people that have ever expressed that, and we kind of were just like, okay, that's not really our goal or what we're after. There are people that really dislike Phil to the extent where they want to actually harm him and stuff like that, and that's, if they want to do that, that's cool. But as far as this group, we try to keep things more chill than that. And we've never encouraged people to do stuff to Phil. We've always just tried to keep it more about having fun and stuff like that. Keep it more lighthearted than that. So yeah, that would be my take on it. Anybody else? People going too far with the Phil stuff?
I'm not really a fan of the whole, Phil should go die, he should lose his job and shit. We crack jokes about Phil getting a job, and it sounds ironic coming from me, but we crack jokes about it all the time. But and I'm just not a fan of people saying, you should fucking kill himself or go jump off a bridge, shit like that. I see I'm not gonna say I see people all the time doing it, but I see some people saying silly things like that, and I feel like that's a little too malicious for my liking, because that's fucked up. But the whole thing about Phil losing his job and stuff, I mean, when you play video games on YouTube and you consider it a job in its own right, I mean, you're making a risk no matter what you do. And believe it or not, it's really hard to consider gaming nowadays a safe job to have. So, and Phil continues more and more to dig himself a bigger hole when it comes to what he's doing. And I feel like if he actually was doing what he was doing while working, then maybe that would help his business. But he's not doing a very good job on that at all. So yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah.
I really don't like it when people go take it too far, saying they want some sort of physical harm to come to Phil or something bad to happen to him. I mean, I think a lot of that that attitude maybe comes from a lot of his former fans, and something he did just really rubbed them the wrong way, and so they get even more angry than, say, a bystander that just notices his shitty behavior. I think it's wrong personally to wish any harm on him, because there's the difference between criticism and, say, just harassment or wishing harm upon people. And I'm not really a fan when people cross over that line of criticism.
Yeah. Like, I'm not one for like any sort of threats or statements like that, but people need to understand, like, we're not like that at all. We actually try to steer away from that anytime that we can, because it's just fun. It's not, we're not like trying to be like super serious, like, oh, we need to like hurt him or kill him or stuff like that. No, it's not about that at all. It's just fun, picking fun at him, criticizing him when it's valid, stuff like that, and having fun with it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So,
anybody else?
I mean,
Nah, I think it was pretty well covered.
I was gonna say, if you ever seen some like comments on those on of his videos and other people's videos of him, yeah, some people are pretty toxic.
You mind if I exchange my few words?
Yeah, go
right ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I must admit, when I first got into this little bandwagon of this little community, I admit I had a little bit of malicious grudge against Phil, mostly due to me being a Nintendo fan. I've kind of grown out of that as of recent. I no longer really have a malicious hate against him anymore. It's more so malicious sadness. Well, not really malicious, just regular old sadness. Just kind of feeling sad for the guy, because the guy has gotten to the point of absolute paranoia and all that, and there's just no way of getting out of that anytime soon. But I wouldn't want death upon him. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You can, sorry, go
on. But yeah, I admit I had a little bit of malicious intent, but I kind of just want to apologize. If I had a chance, I probably would apologize to Phil for that sort of thing. But no, I was just kind of new to the whole thing. I couldn't exactly think of, stuff that well. Still can't, unfortunately.
Yeah. I agree with you. I feel like anyone else can agree. It's just more disappointment in who he is than anything. It's just the things he chooses to do are starting to like have more and more people disappointed at his actions, and it's very frustrating because he continues to shoot himself in the foot in the end, and like a lot of people are not for what he's doing. I mean, a lot of the things he's been doing lately have been really fucked up, and I don't see anyone else doing. Whether he's trying to be different from everyone else or not, it's doing the wrong thing for everyone else.
Any closing thoughts on that one? All right.
Nope.
Now, Mr. Dale, we were talking a little bit earlier. You said that you wanted to sort of ask some questions of us. So I thought it would be fun to sort of have an off-the-cuff, question and answer thing that, you wanted to ask us some questions. I don't know what any of the questions are. These fine people here in the panel don't know what any of these questions are. I thought that would be some fun. What do you got for us?
Well, I basically separated these into 5 different subjects. I'm pretty much saving best first, second to last, because reasons. But this is mostly just a small little interview. This is my first ever interview, so forgive me if I basically butcher in some form.
All right.
I'm sorry if my mic's a little loud. Honestly, I'm talking on my iPad. It's got a very strong mic. Internal mic.
Yeah, it's kind of loud. Can you maybe move it away from yourself a little bit?
I will try. I'm already at the edge of my bed already.
Okay.
So it's about as far as I can go.
Okay, it's better though now.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with subject 1, the introductions. So, why don't you guys just tell me a little bit about yourselves individually?
Who do you want to go first?
Why don't we start with Mr. President of the SOK himself, then we'll go on from there.
All right. Hi. My name is Fred. I was born in Chicago. I then grew up in Michigan. Now I'm in Champaign, Illinois. I'm a political science major. I enjoy different things. Martial arts being the forefront of it. Mixed martial arts I'm a big fan of. Let's see. What else can I say about myself? I'm
gonna just say nothing too personal because last thing I need is nothing too personal. I like to keep this a personal free interview.
Okay, well then we'll leave it off at there. Let's let the next person go.
Okay.
I guess I can introduce myself. I go by Moogle everywhere on the interwebs. I am a 23-year-old college student. I'm actually really big into cooking. I'm actually going into school for it, and I love JRPGs, and yeah, I'm very passionate about what I do.
Martial arts and cooking from two people. Goodness gracious. That is something I wish I could do. I can't cover anything, but Miss Alice, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, all right. Thank you. My name is Alice, and I like musical instruments, music, chemistry. I have a lot of interest, but I really like those two a lot. I like meeting new people and chatting.
All right, next person.
I guess that'd be me. I go by Freddy Fastfuck around this community. Well, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. So I can see where this is going. Yeah, I think people pretty much know us. What do you got? What do you have any like questions like of us instead of like for us to like explain ourselves? Because obviously 50 episodes a year. I think people are pretty much familiar with us as far as for the purposes of this podcast. Like if you wanted to do like something outside of that, like for your own sake, I guess that's fine. But like in terms of having a conversation, being on this podcast. What do you have more in terms of that, like for a discussion?
Well, okay. Let's go straight to question 2 then. Mostly because people are getting a little awkward here. Mr. Fred Fox.
Uh-oh.
How is it to be the president of the SOK?
To be honest, it's more of a pain in the ass than anything else. Just because people expect something specifically out of me, or people hold me accountable for anything. There have been people that got like really upset at me over this imaginary title of president. So to be honest with you, it's a pain in the ass. We actually have been talking about getting rid of this whole president thing in general, because it's really just more of a burden than anything else. The way that the group is, everybody has an equal say. We vote on everything. Nobody's opinion is more important or carries more weight than anybody else's. It's literally just a flat-out democracy of people choosing what they want, and the majority, the majority rules on that. So yeah, it's honestly more of a burden than anything else. I guess it's nice, to be given that sort of thing, but I I don't know. I I don't see that people treat me any differently because of it, and I wouldn't want that. And I don't think that there's any benefit that comes from it. I don't think there's any sort of like special perk or anything like that. Like, and I don't even really, to be honest with you, I really don't even like flaunt it or acknowledge it very much. I don't put that in my Twitter thing. Like, other people get all cocky and egotistical and put shit like that. I don't do that. I don't refer to myself that way. I from the day that I joined the group to today, I haven't acted any differently from just being, not the president to being the president. So yeah, just it's a fake title. It's imaginary. It doesn't really carry any weight. I put a lot of time and effort into the group, and I do a lot of things, more for the group than just for myself. But I don't consider that anything like special. So yeah, that would be the long answer to like, it's more of a pain in the ass than anything else, because you got people that like that get mad over something like that when it's literally nothing at all. Like, yeah, it's just that's weird.
So basically, the short answer is that you feel more comfortable. Words. You feel more comfortable being called a casual person than an actual president.
Well, no, I would not like to be referred to as a casual.
Even though he is. You see,
He is very much casual.
if you saw that Max Payne Let's Play, yeah, he was pretty casual.
Yep.
That was just a little joke. But you basically just want to be seen as a regular person, not just this high and mighty leader of the SOK.
Yeah, and I think that I am seen that way. I don't notice anything different about that, or that people treat me any differently because of it. Maybe people that aren't as familiar with the group or something, but for people that are like around on the podcast and for people that talk to us all the time, like there's really nothing to it.
Like at the end of the day, for the group, we're all friends, so we make decisions by talking to everybody. That's what it is. It's not like some kind of hierarchy where one person leads everybody. We're all equal at the end of the day. At least inside of our group. I don't know about everybody else outside the group, but inside the group, it's just a group of friends. That's all I can say.
We've made some great progress over this past year to reinforce that notion that everybody's the same. Nobody's more important than anyone else.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's a very respectful answer. Thank you very much, Mr. Fred Fox.
Thank you.
Question. All right, last question for the introductions is a simple yes or no answer. Do you feel happy about being with the people you are with now? This community as well as this small group of friends on the Skype call.
No.
Wow.
Best answer.
No, I do. I think it's a great group of people. I've noticed something about the community. Like, I would ask you to go and look at some random, top YouTube channel or whatever, just to get an idea of like what the comment section looks like and what the communities look like, and it just seems like there is a lot of positivity, to steal a phrase from Phil. There's a lot of positive energy. There's a lot of people that are working together and hanging out with each other and stuff like that, whereas other communities and comment section and shit like that are like really fucking negative and down, and people attacking each other, and you don't see that. You really don't. You don't see like people in the comments like, oh, this person's gay, like that's fucking stupid. You see people like if they disagree with something, they'll voice it, and they'll put it in a way that, people can actually approach and have a conversation about. I think that we sort of invite that kind of attitude because we like to be accountable and explain ourselves and try to be transparent. We don't do this for money. So I think people pick up on that. And I think people realize that we do this for fun. So they're more willing to give us a chance and to sort of give us the benefit of the doubt as far as like, just hearing us out on what we have to say and just, getting involved in stuff. Look at you. You said that you were a viewer for a while, and look at you now. You're on the podcast live here in front of hundreds of people.
Thank you for telling me that. Thank you for reminding me that I'm in front of 100 people, because now you just made me kind of nervous. Jerk.
Don't worry, I
shots
know
fired.
the feeling.
Okay.
But
Continuing on to subject number 2 is something we're all familiar with: gaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet.
This one. All right. Question 1: what do you think the future for gaming is in its current state today? Like, what do you foresee for the future of gaming? Because a lot of people are pretty much hit and miss with a lot of games these days.
I'm gonna say one thing, and I feel like the future is because digital distribution is a big thing nowadays, and of course buying games physically, which a lot of people prefer to do. The one thing that annoys me more than anything is DLC and microtransactions. The most annoying thing I've ever seen in my life. I feel like the future is going to be full of that, and it's going to make me want to play those games less.
I think the future of gaming is going to be 1080p, 60 frames per second, since it seems like a lot of games still can't pass that fucking threshold. But one of these days, man, I'll be able to play a game without it being choppy.
I think the future of gaming is it's going to be even a bigger industry. Right now, the gaming industry is bigger than the film industry, and I think it's only going to get even bigger from there.
Okay.
I know I'm the guest, but mind if I chime in?
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't turn out to be a fad, VR might be the future.
I will just agree. I kind of agree to Moogle's sentiment. I'm not a big fan of DLC or microtransactions myself. Personally, if I'm going to buy something, it better be something that I'm actually going to like, rather than something that is just something that is put there just to complete a game.
Yeah. I guess.
If I'm boring you, I apologize. Like I said, it's an interview.
It's perfectly fine. And yeah, I really don't have much to say about that other than that. So.
Okay. Any games you guys are looking forward to? Any sort of upcoming games?
Binding of Isaac Afterbirth.
Yes. I still need to play more Binding of Isaac, actually.
I've heard Binding of words, please. Binding of Isaac is really good.
Yeah, it is. It's a very random roguelike game. It's very fucked up when you see its sort of messages and stuff, but it's a fun game.
Based on what I've seen, it's got a bit of that Legend of Zelda feel to it.
Yeah, that's what it was based off of.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it looks really fun. Any games you guys think people should avoid?
Any games that people should avoid?
Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Well, I didn't get to answer the previous question on what games I'm looking forward to, but I'm looking forward to Halo 5 and SteamWorld Heist. That game looks really cool. Its soundtracks is going to be awesome.
People say Halo is still a good series. I'm still very interested in buying it, but I swear I just don't have the mood to buy a console. Ugh. I'm so lame.
I'm actually looking forward to playing Tales of Berseria when that comes out next year. I completely forgot about that until now, because I'm actually playing through Tales of Zestiria at the moment. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the Tales team brings out with Berseria, considering that it's going to be the first game to actually like have a pirate-themed, bounty hunter-ish story. So I'm really interested in seeing what they do with that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
As far as games I want to avoid, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really been wanting to avoid anything really. Just games that I'm not interested in entirely. I don't know. A beat there.
Okay. Any insight from you, Mr. Fred Fox, if you're still around?
Yeah, Persona 4 and 5 and 3 and any of the Shin Megami Tensei, any of those kind of games, JRPGs in general, please avoid those if you have the opportunity. Anything that must be played with keyboard and mouse is pretty much trash. And please, for the love of God, do not play anything that I don't like. All right, so that's basically my thoughts. I just I don't like. I just don't like a lot of games. I'm a gamer. I love certain games. The games that I love, I very much love. But the games that I do not like, oh my fucking God, I do not like them.
Hey
I
man,
don't
just part of being a gamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, an aficionado, right?
No, I tell you what, but I'm with you on that. What we need to do is we need to take every copy of Fallout 3 and send it off somewhere where no one can play it, because it's mediocre and probably one of the most overrated games of the last 30 years.
No, not my Fallout 3!
All right. So, for example, like I love to eat, right? But that doesn't mean I like to eat every kind of food that there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So, but all right. Anybody else want a crack at this question? Games to avoid.
I love Fallout 3.
All right.
Okay. Let's move on to next subject, which is guests. So, would you consider the SOK as a sort of good hangout area for people? Talk to friends and whatnot.
What we're doing right now, aren't we?
Pretty much. Just thought I'd ask.
I would say that we do a really good job at having a positive community where people interact. I mean, we've met a lot of friends on this podcast. A lot of people have gone from just like watching us to being part of this whole thing. It's weird. Like, we were talking with a couple of our friends, and they would say like, "Oh, I remember when I was watching this episode," and we're like, "That's fucking crazy to think about that." Like people saying like they remember episodes of watching us and shit like that, when we just think that these are just like dumb conversations that we end up just putting on the internet. And seeing people that are friends with each other now, and they play games with each other, and they talk with each other on Skype, and they make all these meaningful friendships and stuff. I think this community excels at that kind of deal. People, meeting each other and stuff like that. I'm really happy. I'm proud to be part of that.
Now, speaking of that, I really do have very genuinely, I have to thank you guys, because you did give me some of the best friends I could ever ask for in the last year now. May not be much, but you know what? I will treat those guys with as much friendship as I can offer, while vice versa and all that. I gotta thank you guys. You guys basically just gave me great friends from this community.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
All right. So what if a CEO or a popular game developer, whatever, came on to your podcast as a guest themselves?
We'd treat them with respect and talk with them about their games and we wouldn't just like have them plug their game and just talk about their game. I would personally, I would try to like have a conversation about their views on gaming in general, their memories, what inspires them, shit like that. Like kind of
Yep.
get more into like what makes them tick and how they view the gaming world and get a perspective of like how somebody goes from a gamer to making games and what they bring with them and what they pay attention to and do they listen to the community, what goes into that kind of stuff.
Definitely. Especially Todd Howard from Bethesda. I want to talk to him about Fallout 3. But other than that, everything's cool. We treat him with respect.
Che wants to shoot the shit with them.
Shoot the shit, Todd Howard. Yep.
I got no time for this debate. We are shooting the shit now.
Freddy.
Yeah.
So, anybody else? Developers, stuff like that? All right. Well, Mr. Dale, the interview was a very interesting experiment. Pretty interesting. We're gonna like transition though back to sort of the normal flow of things. We want to make sure that everybody can sort of get their input and get more back to a flowing conversation. So let's get back into well, I mean, we basically covered the Phil stuff. So I guess now that we're almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours in, we will cover some gaming topics. Let's see here. Oh, I can't believe that I couldn't think of anything else better to start with. Hideo Kojima / Konami. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not aware, Hideo Kojima has officially left Konami. There are pictures that surfaced of him having a going away celebration with his fellow coworkers. However, Konami's official take on this is that he hasn't left. He's actually just on vacation. What do you guys think about that?
Are they?
I call that.
Go on.
I'm sorry. I call that a bunch of hogwash, Konami.
It's almost as if it's like, Kojima? Who the hell is that? It's not like he made quite a few best-selling games for us, including the very popular Metal Gear series. Who's that?
Damage control. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
What a weird thing to say. Like, listen, I mean, people have social media. Do they have some sort of arrangement where Kojima's not allowed to say that he left or something? Like, why would they do that? Man, Konami just does the worst stuff possible. Why wouldn't they just ignore the situation? Like, if it's going to get out that he left, why would you address it first of all? Second of all, why would you address it by lying? Like, if you're going to address it at all, just say like, yeah, we wish him the best, this and that. Like, use it as an opportunity to be classy. What the fuck are they doing? Like, oh, no, he didn't leave. He's just on vacation. All right, so let me guess. When he gets back from vacation, then he's going to leave, according to your narrative? Like, at what point are they going to say that he left? Like, well, he died. Like, what? Really, really weird the way they handled that. Konami is literally just like, if let's say you had the ability to control somebody and you really didn't like them and you wanted to sabotage their business, that's what's going on right here. There's like a phantom fucking president of Konami and they're fucking it up on purpose.
I don't know if you heard about this, but there are rumors going around that apparently the president of Konami didn't understand what video games are. Apparently he just really does not like Kojima as well.
Oh, wow. That's true. That is some fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a game company that doesn't understand games. How does that even work? That does not compute.
Well,
That's what I said.
To be fair, their games lately haven't been that great, so...
Granted.
Silent Hill. But yeah.
All right. So let's see here. Fallout 4 running at only 30 frames per second on current gen consoles like PS4 and Xbox One. Mr. Moonman, why don't you start us off on that one? All right, Moonman died. Well, we'll talk about. Well, who else wants to talk about? Mr. Che, how about you?
Well, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really, it's just the way it is. I mean, I think people should go in expecting that.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I guess
What
for
else
some people,
is there to say about it? I mean,
whoa. I guess for some people, 30 frames is nothing. But if you want the best experience, you're gonna have to get a gaming PC. I mean, there's no way around it. But for people that don't care, they don't care. But I mean, what is this gonna? I mean, how many years are we into the fucking console generation? Only 2.
Yeah, 2.
What's this gonna say about the next whatever 4 or 5 years that these consoles are still alive? Are they gonna be able to get anything in fucking 60 frames? Jesus, we're early into this lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're already getting throttled up the ass.
I think I really don't care about it. It seems like it's going to be from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be a really big game. The weapon systems and stuff seem to be really cool and in depth. Like there's going to be thousands of different combinations with the weapons. So I think 30 frames doesn't bother me at all. As long as it's a fun game to play, I will like it. And also, there's a lot of games out there that are 60 FPS, 1080 on the new generation of consoles. Some can manage it, some can't. I mean, it doesn't really bother me as long as they're good games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't care about the frame rate. I just care. I really just hope it's not a buggy mess.
Mm-hmm.
That's what annoys me.
Which it's Bethesda, so that's 50-50.
God damn it.
Moonman, your thoughts on the 30 frames per second for them consoles?
30 frames per second. I feel like, we've had 60 frames for how long? Since like the 90s, actually 80s. Didn't NES run at 60 frames per second back in the day?
That's a good question.
I think it did. No joke. Except for like Europe, but everybody else had 60 frames. About 30. I don't remember.
How the hell do you know this?
Yeah, did old
What the hell are you
TVs
talking about?
old TVs supported 60 frames? I didn't know that. I just didn't know. I never thought about it, so I
think they were 22 hertz TVs back in the day, but the game consoles could run up to 60 frames.
I'm gonna Google that right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I remember reading an article about that somewhere. But yeah, it just seems like we're very far in this console generation, and still no consistency of 1080p 60 frames per second, unless it's on the PC, and only half the time. It's a little weird.
And what that says to me is that they're unwilling to make trade-offs in terms of the graphical fidelity. Like they could easily turn some things down and get the 60 frame because again, they're developing for a single set of hardware each and every time. It's not like the PC where there's going to be all sorts of different configurations. They know exactly what they're going to get. They know exactly what they would need to get 60 frames per second, and they refuse to do it. They want to try to up the eye candy, I guess maybe to compete with PC or whatever, but I feel like we're going to reach a time where gamers are going to put their foot down and say, look it, we want to... All right, whatever that was, I will strangle and kill you.
Sound like somebody ripped off a Band-Aid.
Anyways, there's going to be a time where people are going to just flat out, say, we need 60 frames per second. We will make the trade-offs. And I actually was thinking about this. I think we were talking about this in a call where people were saying, like, what if they put 2 separate settings? They don't have to call it like high quality or whatever. They could call it, just imagine they call it smooth and sharp, right?
Yeah.
So you can have, because you're going to have that same exact set of hardware. So what will produce 60 frames. What you can push the hardware with to show, look at the anti-aliasing, look at the graphics here. You get 30 frames per second with that. But then we'll turn some stuff down and you can get guaranteed 60 frames per second. What's wrong with that? Why not give consumers the choice? And if you know exactly what hardware you're developing for, why not add that? Why not have smooth and sharp?
These developers, they don't want to do it.
Too much work and probably publishing deadlines.
How's that too much work, though? They do that for the PC, no problem.
Yeah, for the consoles, they might have to do more work because they have to actually like scale down. Well, maybe
It's
not. I'm
just
not
it's
sure.
just turning up and down different things because when you think about it, the way that they're developing these console games right now, they're on the x86 platform. So you're literally just developing a PC game and then tailoring it to that specific hardware. They could make a smooth preset and just turn down the anti-aliasing a little bit, turn down the textures just a little bit. Like these things are very realistic.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be too much work, I don't think.
I have a feeling that they think that would go unused because it's just console gamers. They don't know anything about that. They just play the games.
I think it would help if they just turned the graphics down a teeny little bit, but it runs way smoother. Why not?
Yeah.
I think it's a good trade-off. I mean, whatever. They can just turn the graphics down a teeny little bit just to give it that extra 30 frames, which is going to help it in the long run.
And let the
might as well.
consumers make the choice.
Yeah, they should. They should have them have a vote or whatever. Vote with their wallets or something.
Well, no. Just have smooth and sharp. Just two specific presets. One that guarantees that you're going to get 60 frames per second, and one that is whatever pushes the boundaries, whatever they're trying to do, but gives you guaranteed 30.
It could. I mean,
that way they get to show the trailer and show how awesome it looks on PS4, and you still actually get that if you choose it. That's like the default. Have it like that. Have the default as fucking sharp and have, they're not false advertising, but if the consumer wants to, turn down some shit and get 60 frames per second just like they could on a PC. As a matter of fact, I think that would actually rejuvenate the console market because people complain that, they don't have that much control over their experience on consoles. That's one simple thing they can do. Just add one graphics preset where they turn some shit down and boom, rejuvenation in the console market. You're welcome.
I think a game actually did that back last gen. I think it was BioShock that did that, where it uncapped all the frames so that it ran somewhat smooth. The only problem was that it was a bit of screen tearing, but it ran at about 60 frames per second on 360 at upscale 1080. So that was pretty good.
One thing I will say is you have sorry, I can't speak tonight. What I believe is these companies, they're pushing graphics to making them very pretty, like, as amazing as possible for like marketing and stuff, like, gameplay they release online. Essentially like trick people into making the game look, selling the shit. What the hell? I can't speak tonight again. But yeah, they're pushing graphics for marketing. That's what I'm trying to say.
So any more thoughts on that? 30 frame, well, basically branching off from 30 frames per second on Fallout, but any of the ideas that we've expressed? Okay. This one I bet you Moogle will be excited by. Nintendo NX is claimed to have industry-leading tech. The development kits have been making the rounds, and anonymous developers have been saying that the stuff that they've been seeing at 60 frames per second would not be possible unless it were on high-end hardware, meaning that the Nintendo NX may be trying to learn from the mistakes with Wii U and trying to win back the favor of third-party developers by offering something powerful that they can develop for and push the envelope when it comes to new games. Mr. Moogle, why don't you start as the Nintendo connoisseur?
Well, I don't play Nintendo. God damn, I can't fucking Nendo. Yeah, that's all.
Nendo.
Now. Yeah,
Nendo?
Nendo.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
like
play
an Endo.
Nendo games. No, I don't play Nintendo games that often. Like I do play like Smash and Mario Kart and stuff with friends once in a blue moon. But I do play a lot of their games from time to time.
Like Zelda,
Mario,
and Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah, the classic stuff.
And Smash,
Fire Emblem as
and
well.
Kirby.
Kirby.
Like, don't undersell yourself with the Nintendo, okay? You're the most Nintendo person in this call and maybe in this group.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe in the world.
Oh, okay, I say lately I haven't been playing many Nintendo games. Let's put it
That.
that way. All right.
And why is that, Mogul?
Well, it's just been focused on other games, really. But as far as Nintendo goes, it's kind of what Nintendo needs. It's when Nintendo really needs to kind of push their boundaries, because the Wii U, admittedly, is a big flop and very gimmicky for that matter. I feel that third-party developers have a hard time developing for that console because of the gamepad gimmick, and if they didn't have to deal with that, then the console itself wouldn't be so hard to develop games for. Not to flack Nintendo for that. I think it's a neat idea, but I feel like if they do drop the gimmick for the NX, I feel like it'll be a fantastic console, and can't wait to see some mind-blowing, beautiful-looking graphics come out of that. I mean, I would love to see a next-gen Mario game kind of push its boundaries, because if those games haven't been vibrant enough, wait until you see the game actually, on the NX.
Okay, there's only one selling point, and there's only one thing that matters. If that stupid controller is like a goddamn tablet, and I feel like I'm driving my car when I'm trying to play a game, then it's not going to sell. It's going to sell 2 million units. I'm tired of that shit. These stupid mini TVs are trying to turn into controllers. It's ridiculous. The Wii U has a terrible controller. Get a regular gamepad, innovate the games, not the controllers. Make the games better. I don't care. I don't want to steer the controller while I'm trying to drive. I don't want to pew freaking aim my freaking Wii tablet as a gun when I'm trying to play a first-person shooter.
Pew. That was fucking great.
Yeah, I don't want to pew. I don't want to do all that stuff. I don't want to look inside the controller and like it's a Vita or whatever when I'm trying to play a game. I want to stare at the TV, and I just want a regular, simple controller. So if the NX has a terrible controller, I'm never touching it because I'm not going to pay $30-$40 for a regular gamepad. That shit worked with the Wii, but guess what? That's a one-hit wonder because look how well it worked with the Wii U. That's all you got to learn. Give us a regular controller. And I might buy it because I do like the exclusives for Nintendo.
I was just saying, the whole business model of Nintendo is to use inferior, technology and try to make games fun out of it. Like, if you look back to, I think all the way back to, N64, all of the equipment was inferior inside the hardware. And I think that it's still going to be inferior to, PS4 and Xbox One, even with the NX, because that's their whole business model. And I think they kind of, had bad juju when they went to GameCube, because they had technology that's on the same field as PS2 at the time, and it was the worst selling console. So I think that they're scared if they try to innovate more, that same thing's gonna happen like it did with the GameCube. I think they got shook from the sales.
But I'm gonna admit though, excusing the fact that Nintendo is a very poor selling console, it does have some great games. Very good games, in fact. Bayonetta 2, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, Mario 3D World, there's Star Fox coming out very, very soon. There's God damn, I can't remember. The Kirby Rainbow's Curse. That's a pretty fun game.
Yoshi's Woolly World?
I haven't played that yet, but I heard that's really good. I'm trying to think of some other games that are either way, it has a nice select few games that are fun to play. Is it worth paying the $300 for? Probably not. If there was more of a library for the Wii U, with the little amount that they have now, then I'm sure it'd probably sell a lot better. But nobody wants to develop for that console with the gamepad, and it's a gimmick that kind of hurts them in a way too. So
I felt like they tried to innovate too much, and nobody wanted to be the guinea pig for it.
Yeah,
that was the thing that kind of messed them up in the end. They innovated too much.
Yeah,
He's got a humming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fatal Frame. Yeah, that's coming out too. I totally forgot about that. I actually really do like the Fatal Frame games a lot. But yeah, like I said, there are games still coming out for it, so the Wii U is not dead yet. So if you already have one, you're looking forward to games coming out. There's still plenty to choose from.
If you want that SD video,
you just gotta. Well, no, it's actually it's HD, dude.
Is it the regular Wii?
Oh no, not the Wii. I thought you were talking about the Wii U. I was gonna say you be slapped in the face for that.
Talking about the regular Wii. That thing is.
I wasn't talking
standard
about the Wii.
definition,
Where did the Wii
I didn't
come
know.
from this?
I did.
What the
You
hell?
just said Wii. I did see Wii U. I heard Wii.
You freaking dummy. But yeah.
Wii Woo.
But yeah.
Yeah, we would not like to play.
Wee woo.
It's.
Wee woo.
I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do with the NX. Hopefully, there won't be another gimmick for that. Maybe they'll drop the gamepad and go back to what we had originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No steering wheel for a controller.
Please.
And no light gun.
God.
Alright?
Oh my god, or Power Glove.
No, nothing. Please,
Yeah.
just ridiculous. I play games. I don't play controllers. I don't want to steer and turn to the right like I'm in a real car. I can get inside a real car if I want to drive. I don't have to turn my freaking hands to the right and act like I'm breaking my wrist. Think about it. Someone comes into your house. Hey, what you doing? And I'm just going, I'm fucking steering to the right and shit. That's what I feel. Nah, dude. We need games, Nintendo, and we need a regular controller that comes with the system.
You're starting to sound like Chad Warden.
How?
Oh God.
Because I don't like. Because I don't. Oh wow, what are you, Nintendo fanboy?
No, you just sound like Chad Warden. That shit, we need
boy,
You look like Chad Warden.
PS4.
Oh.
I'm not even Asian.
He's not even Asian either. What the hell are you talking
Was it?
about?
He looked Asian. He looked Filipino.
Well, anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I think they're trying to win back core gamers with that. But they, like Chase said, they definitely need to get a regular controller. Try to go back to the GameCube days, but with a better controller.
Yeah.
And definitely not a Nintendo 64 controller again.
Oh,
I agree.
Oh,
gee.
God. Anything but that.
I have a friend who defends that controller to the end of the world. Jesus. Well, one thing I was going to say is Nintendo, it seems like they try to make their consoles like cheap, but it's not as powerful as like, the PS4 and Xbox One. So when, game developers like, if you guys remember Project Cars, they were trying to develop the Wii U version, but they just canned it because the Wii U couldn't handle it. That's the problem with, most modern games nowadays. The Wii U cannot handle them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they Nintendo a while ago had this thing where they wouldn't be in the same price bracket as PlayStation and Xbox or Microsoft and Sony. They swore they would undersell them. They'd be in like the $300 price bracket. They would never. That's what they claimed, at least, that they would never be in the same price bracket as Microsoft and Sony.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I just feel like, I feel like Nintendo felt like they were reaching out to a different audience. They weren't reaching out to the hardcore mainstream gamers. They were reaching out to, or not, I can't say hardcore and mainstream in the same sentence, but they were reaching out to more of like the hardcore gamers. Now, with the Wii U and stuff like that and the Wii, they got a lot of success reaching out to the casuals. Reaching out to the people that were just sort of putting that down in their living room and maybe playing some Wii bowling every now and then and getting the whole fan, oh, grandma, try this, oh, look how goofy we are. We're fucking using the controller that we got to move around and stuff. Like that was like the novelty. And I feel like with the Wii U, they felt like, well, let's take it a step further and let's give them a tablet. People like tablets, right? The iPad is selling like hotcakes. Like, yeah, people like tablets and they like, jumping around their living room like a jackass, as Che would say. So they tried to appeal to like everybody, and they ended up sort of appealing to nobody except for the most hardcore Nintendo fans. And I think now they realize that, well, shit, we actually do need to have third-party support. We can't literally just have like, I would compare it to like a Tiger console where like, oh, it just plays Tiger games, like They can't just have something that's going to play first-party titles. I haven't heard really much for third-party titles on Wii U. I haven't been paying attention, so I wouldn't be surprised if there were, but they have been few and far between. I mean, the top franchises aren't really coming to Nintendo that aren't in-house from Nintendo, and that's going to hurt you. Like, you know, you can't look at the Nintendo Wii U and say, oh, I'm just going to buy Nintendo games on this and that's it. Like, you need to have other options too, because they can't crank out a first-party title as often as they'd like to. They had to delay Star Fox. They had to delay the Zelda game. Like, it's, you know, these are titles that they have to give love and attention to, and they can't rush them out. And, you know, it's a bad situation. So in my opinion, if they can start to, it's going to be tough. I don't think that the third-party developers are just going to instantly get back on board. I think it's going to take some time. I think it's going to take some third-party developers to sort of take that risk. And, you know, maybe the allure is that they're going to offer really decent hardware, and that will get developers to want to push out, you know, oh, Unreal 4 and Unreal Engine 4, and oh yeah, let's try to push the envelope and stuff like that. Maybe that could be the allure to get people back, is to show them, you know, they have very powerful hardware. Hopefully, it's going to be easy to develop on. Hopefully, it's going to stay within the x86. I mean, they would be really foolish to come up with some proprietary fucking shit like the Cell processor like Sony fucked up with.
Cell was terrible.
You know, it would behoove them, to steal a phrase from Phil, to make it simple to develop for x86, because that's kind of the industry standard right now if you look at the PS4 and the Xbox One. And, you know, cut down on the gimmicks maybe. I mean, it's tough because, all right, like, I'll use the Xbox One as an example. They had this lofty idea. Let's make the Kinect mandatory, and that's going to make it so that the developers will include that in development, because since everyone has it, they can depend on people having it and people being able to use it. Now, because it's not a requirement anymore, there's really no incentive for developers to use it, because they're not sure it's even going to be used, and if their time and effort is even going to be, you know, worth it. So they don't want to tie some awesome feature that can only be done through the Kinect if people aren't going to use it, and that they don't know that it's going to have it. So, you know, they had this, oh, the Kinect is going to be required, it has to be on. They abandoned that, and, you know, now it's sort of like nothing's really taking advantage of it, you know?
Yeah. Same thing with the PS4 and the PS camera. It was like, oh, it's a good idea, we can do this for games. And what happened was people went on like that PlayStation Live shit and started fucking each other on the air. If anybody remembers that shit, but yeah.
I don't know what you're watching, but alright.
No, there used to be like these videos of people fucking each other on that, like the Playroom.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
There were some weird videos from the Playroom you can look up online.
Yeah.
I've heard of some weird ass shit, so don't worry.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can make something that's meant for kids, and then it can turn into like the next fucking Chatterbait or.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard Moon Man was on there.
Oh.
But no, I was on. Nope. You can't say I was on the Playroom.
Shots fired.
Spent some time in county for that shit. No, but I don't care about motion control or any of that shit. I want to play games. Mm-hmm. I don't want to move around. If I want to move around, I'll go outside.
So, if I say my piece, considering I'm another Nintendo aficionado and such.
Yeah,
go for it.
Okay, so my 2 cents for the Wii U, I admit, is not the greatest system in the world. The gamepad sucks. I'd rather have a GameCube controller than anything else. That was me letting go my gamepad on my bed, by the way. You heard that? I was never really a big fan of motion controls. Like Shay, I preferred to just use control stick to move anything at all, rather than just do this. I admit the gyro thing was an interesting idea. You know, kind of aiming a little easier. Like I've never had such an easier time with Zelda Wind Waker controls or anything. But I just prefer to use regular controller, like the GameCube controller. The GameCube controller felt a little bit more, a little better. Like, you know, I just felt that with the Wii U, you know, if they do make the NX, I do hope that they have a rare control, or at least make the GameCube a primary option for a controller. You know, basically keep the GameCube controller alive like they did with Smash Brothers. I'm hoping they at least give you the option to a primary option to use the GameCube controller or the Wii U Pro, whichever, to you know, basically, you know, have a little bit more fun without motion controls and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha. I feel like, to be fair, when I play the Wii U, I don't even use the gamepad ever. I really don't. I always have my Wii. I always have my.
I'm kind of forced to because I don't really have the adapter for the GameCube, nor do I have a Wii U Pro.
Oh,
so
I just have my
choice.
I just have my Wii remote beside me all the time because it's just there. So yeah. Anyone else have anything to say about the Nintendo topic?
Well, I know what I gotta say. I kind of need to go because, so it's not that late, but I do have some friends to talk to and all that, and I think they're kind of missing me.
All right, man.
All
right.
It's good
That's
talking
good
to you, dude. Yeah.
I'm hoping to come back another time. Hope you guys will have me.
All right.
Whenever.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See you, man.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. See you later, dude.
So,
all right, that was Dale.
Yeah.
And I think Fred just dropped from the call.
Yeah. He
Yeah, he dropped a few minutes ago, actually.
Yeah,
I was
dropped.
paying attention to my phone, sorry.
Don't worry, he'll be back, hopefully.
Yeah, if it, yeah, he'll be back soon, hopefully. I mean, and we'll probably have this problem fixed before next week, I think. It's a temporary thing. Pretty sorry about that, because, you know, he pretty much leads conversations on. He's pretty good with that, with topic selection and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's a topic that I kind of wanna cover.
Yeah, go for it.
How did you guys feel about the Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer that came out recently?
I haven't seen it yet. It goes to show how much I care for it. But
Yeah.
I can't really give you an opinion on it, honestly.
How do you guys feel?
It looks really damn good. I have a few friends during Christmas, during their Christmas break. They're all coming back to town. We're all going to go see it at our local theater.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I hear movie theaters that before it comes out, they're actually going to be playing the full series before they show it. So if you haven't seen any of the other ones, you can reserve a ticket and you can go through the whole series before the actual movie comes out into theaters, the new one. So that's pretty cool.
So do I have to pay like $10 per movie, or is it just like $10 for all the movies?
I think it's for all the movies.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Movie tickets are getting expensive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the movie tickets are expensive, but they're not anywhere near as expensive as the snacks. And I love movie theater snacks. Like, the only thing I usually get there is probably popcorn, but try to sneak a bunch of other shit in through my bag.
That's what my mom always did for us kids when I was younger. Worked out quite well.
Yeah.
Wait, so she still does it?
Nah.
For your kids?
Oh, are you implying that I have children like fucking Moon Man?
No, I'm implying you're a kid.
I am 17. I am practically an adult.
Aww.
Practically.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
Well,
you say that now.
I will say, as far as snacks go, man, I'll tell you what, you can fit a lot of fucking snacks in a Coach purse, man. I don't know how many times. And what is it with Coach purses? Man, girls love fucking Coach purses. Is it because they're like noteworthy, but they're not like arm and a leg expensive. Like you can get one for like 150, $200, and it's like noticeable. Like you can see it from across the room and see the C's all over it. Oh, that's a Coach purse.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Several reasons. Coach is really good with their warranties. Like if you just scratch your purse, you can send it to them and they'll either fix it or give you a brand new one. And Macy's sells a lot of Coach products, and they run a lot of great sales. Like if a purse is usually like $150, you'll probably be able to get it for under $80, guaranteed sometime during the year because they run so many great sales on Coach purses, and they're very durable. But it's also even when they're not on sale, like you said, it's a price thing. They're a status symbol. They're noteworthy, but they're not super expensive like a Gucci or something.
Well, as Sammy would say it, this is the Sons of Kojima podcast. You know what I mean? But that's beautiful. Thank you, Alice, for the insight on that. I just, was curious. I've purchased Coach purses as gifts, and they are fairly expensive, but they're not unreasonable. It's not like some sort of fucking, I don't know, just Louis Vuitton or some bullshit like that.
Hopefully not
But
for a girlfriend.
Yeah, birthday presents,
The fuck
Christmas. Yeah, but nice person,
that.
Oh, how about this? Jay? I think this would be a good segment. What are gifts that you've purchased before for birthdays or Valentine's Day or anything else like that? Let's hear, like small fries or like dollar menu. What do you got?
A washer for my mom.
No, not like that.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, it is
like
a birthday present. It's pretty
No,
expensive.
That's one of the most gangster fucking birthday gifts I've ever heard of. I bought the bitch
She
a
needed
washer.
Here's a
Yeah.
washer, so now you can wash my clothes, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
she
got a
needed
lot of
broke
utility
down.
out of that. I'm talking about like for a girlfriend or something.
Oh, that's tough.
You can't even think of one thing.
Shit.
You can get her shit.
Nah,
You're
No,
gonna
they didn't
start. You're
deserve
gonna
it.
die with me.
They're terrible fucking pieces of shit human beings. So I kind of saw the writing on the wall. So I bailed out before, I was ever in too deep to buy him anything really expensive.
Perfect.
I got with the
Alright.
wrong ones, and they weren't going to take my money.
Here's what I did last year in high school. When I had, I think, my third girlfriend, I just got her a single flower. I said, "Hey, you want to go out though?" And I said, "Hey,
And
All right, Arthur.
Hey.
What a wonderful kind of day.
Zach.
God.
A single
Hey.
flower. What a badass.
you want to hop on these nuts?"
All right.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No.
Shut up.
No.
It's okay, man. I'm actually with you on that one. That's what I did with anyone who was romantically interested in me.
Yeah.
I just
Like
bought them a
some.
flower.
A
But,
flower.
just a
Wow.
single flower. I didn't even buy it. I picked it up on this. There's like rose bushes on the way to school, so I just picked one. I said, "Hey, what a wonderful kind of day."
Yeah. All right, let's dust off these gaming questions, and I want to get to one of my favorite segments is the miscellaneous questions. Those are always fun. It looks like we are connected with our final call-in guest of the night, Mr. Kevin. I'm not even going to pronounce the rest of it until you tell me exactly how you pronounce it. How you doing, Mr. Kevin?
And I think he's dead.
Uh,
Sounds like
I
something
guess
on
what's
Mike.
that dude's name? Kevin.
It's
The dude
pronounced.
that plays. No, the guy that plays Silent Bob. Kevin
Oh.
Smith.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
so it's Kevin Smith. We've got
It's
Silent
Kevin
Bob
Smith.
here on the line with us.
I was thinking it's Freddy Krueger from
Yeah.
the sweater he has.
That is a very Krueger-esque sweater.
Yeah.
Sweater.
Squatter.
Sweater.
Sweater.
So,
I'll have to steal that for my secondary identity.
So we'll
Like
I'm
There
trying to
it is.
speak, but everyone's like talking.
Oh.
very rude
Sorry.
of us. We apologize. Mr. Kevin, how do you pronounce that last name, sir?
Ligaya Rosaru.
All right. So Kevin L. And we are going to sort of wrap up our gaming topics. Is there anything by any chance that you heard earlier in the podcast that you were dying to give us your take on or wanted to input your input on, or should we just proceed?
Well, I had an opinion about Panda Lee and Darkside Phil that I wanted to say for the longest time.
Oh boy.
I'll try not to take up any time because it's kind of late where I'm at.
The floor is yours, sir. Let us have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I didn't know who DSP was till I was like learning how to moddy Fight Stick. And it was weird because he taught me pretty well on how to mod a Fight Stick. And then I looked up his channel, saw that he had a little over, I want to say, 30,000 videos. And I'm like, wow, how can you upload that many videos on your channel? And I was watching his videos, saw that he was pretty terrible at them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't get how you can make money for playing a game day one and complain about the game that you know nothing about. Like, I mean, why? What's the point? Same thing with Panda Lee. She's the same way as Phil. She bitches and she complains about every little detail in a video game. And it's like, how? Do you not enjoy what you're doing? And I heard that you guys were talking about how Panda Lee is like 20-some years old, doesn't have her permit or driver's license.
Yes.
I can kind of relate to that because I didn't get my driver's license till like last month, only because I was lazy. And I'm kind of afraid to drive in a way because I have asthma. So like if I suddenly get an asthma attack, then bam, I don't even know. But you could still drive and have a bad back. She's just fucking lazy.
Right. But the thing
So
is, see, the difference is that you at least recognize that you didn't get it because you were being lazy, but you at least have it just in case you need it for some reason. Let's say that something happens, one of your friends needs to go to the emergency room or something. You can get in your car and you can drive them there if need be, or to work, or to go to school, or to do anything, to pick up milk or some shit like that. Like, you can actually go and drive your car legally if you need to. Whereas Leanna, she uses it almost as if it's some sort of like excuse to preclude her from actually doing anything of value to the household. All she's able to do by virtue of her non-existent license is to just sit around the house all day.
That's true. And
I think it's a choice. I think it's a choice for her to not have the driver's license.
I also had this in mind about her soap business. If she wants to have a successful soap business, she needs to leave the house and start advertising instead of just staying at home. Because she's not going to go anywhere if she stays at home and rely on what the fuck that fucker's name is, DSP Darkside Phil. She can't keep relying on Phil. She needs to be able to do things for herself. And she's just not doing that.
Well, he barely has an attendance anyway, so, like, during all that anyway, I don't think you're gonna go onto Panelli's fucking website and buy her soaps when there's really barely anyone watching anyway. So, yeah. She does need to get out there.
Yep.
So, anything else that you want to add to the DSP and Panda Lee slander before we move on?
No, that's all I had to say.
That was fantastic. You adequately slandered them. That was fantastic. Great job, my friend.
The most genuine
all right.
way possible, too.
let's see. Is there anything else with the video game topics? We'll carry these over because we are sort of gonna wrap here in a little bit. So let's see. I guess this one can get a little bit of mileage out of it. How's about actually? Ooh, this is actually a really good one. I like this one a lot. I actually saw this one and wanted to talk about this. Submitted by Mr. Alexis. I think that's Alexis that we talked to 2 episodes ago.
Alexis Galvez.
Perfect. Here's the question from Mr. Alexis, if that is him or not, but thank you, Mr. Alexis. What changes would you make to a game that you hated that would improve the gameplay and make it more enjoyable for you?
Okay. I have a good one. Make Time and Eternity not a fucking generic, fucking repetitive game. Actually have some variety in it. And not make it fucking boring. And also, stop with that stupid generic lovey-dovey bullcrap. I hate that in RPGs. Get rid of that shit too. That's what makes Time and Eternity a good game.
All right.
For my worst game, it has to be like Schaefer's Broken Age, which it's pretty bad, but I'm like on the last act, like powering through it, and I would have to say the puzzles are just dumb as fuck. I have no idea what the fuck Tim Schafer was thinking with the puzzle. It's like they barely tell you anything, and the hints to get back to them are like 5 or 6 screens away, so you're gonna forget it by the time you get back. It's just ridiculous and stupid. That's if they would have fixed that, it would have been an okay story, but it fucking sucked.
For me, one of the worst games I've ever played, and I keep bringing this up time and time again, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. And if they had not rushed the game, most of the problems with it actually would have been fixed. It would have included better graphics, more consistent frame rate, less loading times. It would have been released on even more platforms than just the PS2 and GameCube. And the story probably would have made a bit more sense. And there also would have been more levels, more collectibles. Just about everything would have been improved had the game not been rushed. It feels incomplete without it. And too many glitches. Way too many glitches.
Well, with Fallout 3, I would have scrapped the main story. I thought the whole, I don't want to spoil it, so let me just, for anyone that doesn't play it, but I thought the whole, following your father around shit, I thought that was very boring. I would have made it a bit more open-ended. I would have definitely added a little more diversity in the way you handle missions, which Fallout is famous for, going back to Fallout 1. And I just, especially with the main story, they took elements from the first 2 and tried rehashing it, and it was I give them that. It was an attempt at fan service, but it ended in the worst way possible. I would just made the game more open-ended and more like a Fallout game. I think that they were just trying to do their best to put their own spin on it and try to make it a little bit like Elder Scrolls a lot of the ways, but that's the main thing. The main story I thought was garbage. Scrapped it and worked start from scratch with the main fucking story. Take out the rehashes of the first 2 and make it a bit more open-ended, kind of like how Fallout New Vegas was.
Yeah, but one thing that I didn't like about Fallout 3 was like the dialogue choices for the protagonist. It makes him sound like a fucking pussy. Oh, where's my dad? I want to find my dad. It's like he whines through the entire game.
But he wants to find his dad, though, man.
I know, but he could have made it like, "Where's my dad?" I was like, "Where's my dad?"
The way you read it is on you. You just said the same sentence but with different interpretations.
Exactly.
Okay. Like yeah. All right. So why does he make me want to read it like a pussy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't like the writing, and that's more of a fault on Bethesda. I've never been, even my favorite game, Morrowind, they've never been great at writing, which is why I'm kind of nervous about Fallout 4, but there's a lot of stuff. Actually, I wouldn't mind if Fallout 3 would have been in the same style of the first 2 games, if they would have took the original ideas that the original creators had for Fallout 3. I would have loved for them to turn that into a game, make it a turn-based computer role-playing game, because that's what I like. That's what I geek out of. That's my poison. So, but it went where it went, and hopefully Obsidian can make another one. And hopefully Fallout 4. Hopefully I like it. You got to be fair and give a game a chance. So, I'm waiting to see how I can get my hands on that.
Yeah, actually, the game I had chosen for this as well was Fallout 3, and it's for different reasons, though. I think I would have changed the art style and the color palette. It seems like there's some sort of light filter on it where the whole game looks very dreary and gray and just puts me to sleep just from the color palette and the lighting. And also the music choice as well, I don't really like. I think they could have gone with the 50s theme without making it just as dreary and sleepy and boring as the color palette in the game. And yeah, I think I would have liked if the game was more open as well. It allowed you to do more choices, to be quite honest, in certain ways. But just like I said, the art style and music direction was very boring for me.
I will say, even though I did like Fallout 3, one thing that really bugged me about that game to this day is the friggin' subways. I always get lost down there. Is essentially the same thing, but it just goes on for miles. It's like a giant maze down there. It's all the same.
And for some places, there's no alternative. Like, you have to go through the subways. It's
Yeah.
annoying as hell.
Especially for the main story.
All right. For mine, let's see. So for Persona 4, I would actually add gameplay to the game. That would be pretty cool if you could actually move around and actually attack stuff. And I would remove every single dialogue box out of the game, and I would actually have voiced dialogue that you can skip through. And I actually... what would probably make the game most enjoyable for me is as soon as you turn it on, it says game over, you win. And then you can just move on with your life and you don't have to play it at all. I think that, for example, Max Payne 2, which I'm trying to give a chance to now. For Max Payne 2, I would scrap the Poonhound desperate fucking bullshit story. And I would have toned down the physics. Like, I'm playing this game, right? And if you shoot somebody like 3 times with the Berettas, the 9mm pistols, they go flying and twisting through the air. Now, Alice is an expert here on guns. People don't fly and twist through the air with 9mm rounds, do they?
No.
No. As a matter of fact, they usually just get shot and then fall on the ground a little bit later.
But come on, dude. You have to admit that's awesome.
No, because, all right, this is the problem. Okay, let's say you're shooting somebody, and in Max Payne 1, as soon as they were dead, they would stop completely still and fall over. And you'd be like, okay, they're dead. I can focus on the next person now because they're kind of far away. With Max Payne 2, they keep moving, so you think that they're still alive. And in Max Payne 3, they kind of remedy that by giving an X. You know how Red Dead Redemption, they kind of that's the thing I do about Rockstar games is they kind of they build off of each game and put everything together. For Max Payne and also for GTA 5, they took the shooting from Red Dead, and then they took the driving from Midnight Club. You know what I mean? They put everything together, and that's really awesome. I kind of like that. But anyways, what they do is in GTA 5 and Max Payne and Red Dead, when you kill somebody, your reticle turns from a circle to an X to let you know that that person's now dead. And it's a very nice visual cue to know for sure that the person is dead. I think they even give a little bit of a haptic feedback, a tiny vibration, just to let you know that the person's dead. I adore that. That is so awesome because I want to know for sure that that person's dead so I can move on to the next target because you're usually presented with a bunch of people. In Max Payne 2, again, I'll start shooting somebody. They'll keep moving in a weird way because the characters also do like a jumping roll to the side. So you don't know if they're doing that or if they're flipping 17 times through the air because you hit them with a water balloon. You know what I mean? Just walking through the level, shit starts flying all over the place. Like you'll run into a box and it'll flip through the air, and like the physics were just way too overblown. Like I know it was an early game to use physics and shit like that. I don't know if it's physics specifically, but to use physics, I think it might have been Havoc even. But it was just an early version of that. Terrible, terrible physics. Hate it. I also would change this binding that they put where you have a melee button, a dedicated melee button where you can pistol whip, but you can also put your grenade and your Molotov there. So you might forget that you accidentally equip the grenade and you go to pistol whip somebody and you throw down a grenade and waste it. So that sucks. So yeah, Max Payne 2, I'm giving it a second chance on the P-Sizzle. Beautiful, beautiful graphics and all that good stuff. The best possible version I can do, 144 frames per second. But the story's got to go. He's too much of a poon hound. The physics has to go. I wish I could turn that off. And yeah, those are my two biggest gripes. The melee thing is not that big a deal.
You're saying you didn't like the Mona Sachs side story?
I didn't like the moaning sex. No.
The moaning sex?
No, did not.
Come on. Moaning sex. So I like how...
Yeah, watching them dry hump fully clothed is so fucking titillating. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that sounds
like...
so fantastic.
Yeah.
It tickles his fancy.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It's just like that one game. What was it called? Fucking... Yeah, Right Hell Retribution.
Whoa.
Dry sex fully clothed, man. It's so exhilarating to watch.
Didn't Grand Theft Auto 3 have that? Or was it Vice
San
City?
Andreas had that.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a hot coffee mod, and all they did was dry hump on the bed in different positions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, fucking, I hated Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, same here.
So boring.
It really is.
It was boring.
The driving's terrible, too. I don't know. Like, you're gonna have a game called Grand Theft Auto, and you can't even get the fucking driving controls right? I'm sorry.
Grand Theft Auto 4 is one of the only games where I fell asleep playing it and I wasn't tired.
Yeah.
I literally fell
like
asleep
Nico-
in my chair playing that.
That's
Nico
what
wasn't...
Damn.
That's what happened with me in Fallout 3, to be honest. I fell asleep playing it a few times.
You got to give me a high five with that.
Yeah.
Do a high five. Do a
Yeah,
high
do
five. What
Good.
the fuck? It's a cell phone.
like-
You can't clap your hand, girl?
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks for leaving me hanging.
There.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Now give him a low five after we're off the air. All right, so let's go on to let's see. Well, we've got the man here himself. Before we move on, any other games that you would fix that you hated that could be possibly fixed by a couple key things? Going once, twice, sold.
So I was gonna say something, but
Go ahead, my friend.
well, for me, I would change the battle system for Tales of Xillia 2. I did not, to be honest. It's still a great game, but I did not like that how they have to implement the types of weapons that the enemies are weak to.
I guess
It was a chore.
I guess I can agree somewhat to that, but I didn't think it was too much of a hindrance. The one thing that annoyed me was how easy the game was until like the end game. And there was a lot of stumps in the game too with the fucking depth system and all that. There were more issues to that than the battle system itself. That's just my opinion. But I understand how annoying of a mechanic it can be.
Oh, and to the people in the chat, Sonic 06 is a great game, Kappa.
How dare you? Why would you?
It could have been good.
I said Kappa.
Yeah, that's what I took issue with, actually. All right. Anything else? Fixing games.
I do have one thing to say.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
There was this game on the PS1. It was the port of Frogger. This is the first 3D Frogger game. I would take that game. I fucking delete it from existence. Fuck that game. Fuck all the people who made it. I hope they're all fucking jobless.
Whoa!
Biggest piece of shit I ever played in my goddamn life. Seriously, fuck that game.
It wasn't that bad. I had it.
No, it was fucking shit. Your memory's wrong.
Probably.
The best enjoyment I got out of that game was jumping on Player 2's frog and licking their ass.
Fucking Christ.
Well, you wouldn't
Ugh.
be wrong, my friend. You wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah, tell us all about the frog ass, Fazzy. Fazzy frog fucks.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Evil Table can tell you about that more than I can. I didn't play it that much.
Hey, this is child abuse there, Fred. You need to treat your own child with respect.
Listen, I'm teaching him about the birds and the bees and the frogs and the trees, all right?
That's MGS3's intro.
But technically, doesn't Frogger, like, he's running across the road and he's getting ran over by cars and shit. So, I mean, isn't that amusing to watch?
No, that's the first level. They went fucking overboard with this game. They had so much shit that the game was impossible. I swear to God. Like, I legitimately screamed at my TV when I was a kid at that game. That's how hard it was.
Which Frogger was that? Like the PS1 one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
PS1 one.
Yeah, the PS1 one, the PSX game.
PS11.
PS11.
Yo, Malice, you got another one?
Yeah, there's a game for 360 called Time Shift. And it was a decent game. I would just adjust the physics and some of the gunplay in it, but it's pretty cool. It was a game where you could like freeze time or slow it down. It was a shooter. It's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, I actually remember playing that game. The only problem was with the physics. Yeah, because when you have to capture people like from the future, you have to like throw these balls out of your hand, and the balls just randomly go wherever the fuck they want sometimes because the physics are so bad. And it literally fucks up the game.
Balls.
Balls.
Barbecue balls.
At least they're not
Alright.
stinky.
Yes.
Like father, like son.
All right. Now, before we wrap up and get the fuck out of here, let's do some miscellaneous topics because these are some of my favorites. Now, let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is very reasonable to answer here. Funny says, who is the biggest weeb in the SOK?
Oh boy.
Mogul.
Don't even have to think.
Really? I actually am going to go against the grain on that one, and I'm going to say Kamasubu. His name is a Japanese reference. He knows all about Japanese culture. Like, I like almost.
Sentai.
I almost said a bunch of racist shit. That
he's cool.
I'm not gonna
cool.
say any
He's
of
not
that
a
kind of
weeb.
stuff.
Okay,
So
DSP.
I'll just. Yeah, exactly. That's why I stopped myself. But anyways, he knows about the villages and the dialects and like, like we're watching, we're sarcastically watching Imura-chan, and he's like, oh yeah, Ebola-chan, she actually talks that way, and she's embarrassed because she's from the southern region of Japan, where in Akita, Japan, they actually have a different dialect, and I'm like, the fucking fuck? What are you talking about? And then he was telling me about like fucking Power Rangers and shit, and how it's from some fucking show called Dookie Dookie Fun Time or whatever the fuck it's called, and like, you know, telling me all this kind of shit about this deep knowledge of Japanese media and cultures, and he keeps referring to Imura-chan as some sort of like, what did he call it? Like some sort of a slice of life fucking anime and some shit. Yeah. So there he is, right there. Super Sentai, he says in the chat. So yeah, I vote Kamasubu, whose name is a Japanese reference, whose knowledge is of Japanese references, and someone who actually enjoys Imura-chan for its slice of life fucking bullshit. Also, Guard Spectre 56, you've been noticed. God bless you, my friend.
His Kama is cool. He's not a weeb.
Yeah,
I'd say it's Moogle.
Yeah,
how's that? The weeb isn't like not cool. That doesn't mean uncool. It means like
That's disrespectful.
no, it just means that you guys have turned weeb into something like terrible, just like casual. You guys just weaponize any word you get. Sing Long got wrecked in the chat. What, did he try to post a link or something? What did he do?
Yeah, probably posted a link.
I think people are getting fucked up for all caps too. I gotta fix that. I said I was gonna fix it, and I was scrambling around to get shit done. I was a young boy, got popped too.
Yeah, you got time.
Nice.
I think it's something with Meowbot messing it up.
Fred, please drop Lewis for being a weeb. Yeah, he is a goddamn weeb. I was a young boy, aka Lewis, goddamn weeb.
He's gonna be soon. He's gonna be called. I was an old boy soon.
Posting a link. But anyways, yeah, that's my official vote, Kamasuba. I'm not saying it as a negative thing. I'm just saying that he's the most well-versed in Japanese culture. He enjoys all that kind of shit. He knows trivia about all kinds of shit. His name is a reference to Japanese shit. I think some sort of message board or some shit. And, you know, he loves all that shit. So that's my vote. You guys can say Moogle all you want, but that motherfucker likes to do all kinds of other bullshit. You know, he likes Japanese fucking games and anime and shit, but he doesn't know as much. You know what? I've got an idea. I've got a fucking idea. You want to hear it?
No.
Boy.
We should have an official Sons of Kojima weeb off. We should have a motherfucking shit to prove who is the motherfucking top weeb. I invite Lewis to come in on this shit. I invite fucking Kama to come in on this shit. We'll put Moogle to the test, and whoever else thinks that they're a goddamn fucking weeb, you can get in on this shit, and we'll have a weeb off.
Yeah, trivia, anime trivia.
What's up?
Kind of trivia.
What's up? What do you guys think? Chad, let me know. Weeb off.
No.
I'm up for it.
I want
Do
to
it.
see this
I'll
shit.
participate.
That'd be funny.
Oh, God.
I'll participate in it. Fuck it.
Beautiful.
Make it a Patreon goal.
Everybody's loving that shit. Look at that. They want it. They want the weeb off. So there you go.
Put it
And
on
we
the
will-
Patreon goal.
We will provide closure for this community. Who is the biggest weeb of them all? We'll fucking prove it live on the air. Beautiful. All right, moving on. Hey Che, why don't you participate in the weeb off?
No, I'm good. No, I
come
don't.
on.
I don't know anything about it. I don't jump on
You
shit
like
I don't know
Japanese
about.
garbage?
Well, I don't jump on shit I don't know about.
Don't jump on shit. All
I
right.
don't know any about
Jump
that
on
shit.
it.
All right, here's a good one. I like this one a lot. Submitted by Jake Jakers, who we talked to earlier today. If the SOK were in a zombie video game, who would be the main protagonist? Would any members survive to the end credits? And would it even be a serious game in the first place?
Well, definitely wouldn't be a serious game. I can tell you that much.
No, Moonman would die first
Oh, what?
because
Come
I would
on.
push you into a crowd of zombies.
It's because I'm black, right?
No, it's because
Yes.
you're a jackass.
Well, that's how horror movies usually work.
How come it could be some other black guy? How come it could be me?
Because it's got to be
you are
you.
the only black guy in this call.
Come on, I'm supposed to be having the romance.
If you
with
were
all the
fucking-
women.
If you were fucking clear, you would be going into the zombie horde. All right.
There has to be that one guy that fucks all the women, like in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it's
have
not
fun
you.
with the zombie poon.
Oh no, that's
Ah,
the
man,
kind
you
of-
gotta watch it. You catch an STD and there's no one to cure that shit. You're gonna be. You wish you were dead.
Yep, I don't want to have that chlamydia.
Yeah, those zombie bitches will take your money.
They won't just take your money. They'll take your brains.
Of course. I have a
Mhm.
theory that women do come back as zombies because they always want the money and they're trying to always take someone's money. So of course they jump out of the grave every now and then. So you can't keep a woman from trying to get some money. And a lot of them don't want to work.
I'm just saying,
Of
man. Don't let a zombie go down on you. It's
Not
fucking-
everyone. I don't want to sound like a sexist. Not just some. I say like 70% of them. The other 30%, you're all the best and much love to you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Any other thoughts on protagonists? Selfishly, I'd say that it'd be me, but I actually would like to see Che be the protagonist of the zombie game. I'd love to see his technique and shit like that. I actually feel like there could be a button where Che just jumps and falls on his neck and breaks his neck and kills himself, but he doesn't have to be a zombie horde. For anyone that gets the reference to that one, shout out. But yeah, I think Che would be the main character, the protagonist, if you will. And I mean, if we're going like Left 4 Dead style, the squad would probably be Che, Alice. Who else would be in Che's squad? Nomad.
Oh,
You
I'm
gotta
thinking
have
it's better.
Nomad.
Okay,
yeah.
Fred,
Oh, yeah,
Alice, Nomad, and Moon Man, Kamasubu. We're gonna have Fizz.
Let's bring everybody then. I was saying Left 4 Dead is
No,
the
no, I
core.
don't. I'm
whole
picking certain
The
people.
whole state of New Jersey, you know,
I'm picking certain people.
they're strong. They're strong backed people, you know.
I think this is best
Yeah.
as a Dying Light game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Man, a lot. Man, I wish we got to these sooner, but we're trying to get to. We get so many topics. We try to get to as many as we can. All right. How
Sammy
about
Samosa as a zombie.
that? Would be pretty.
You wouldn't
I'd
sound.
shoot him. I'd shoot him first.
He'd sound normal.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what I was
just
about
shoot the shit.
You'd be a tank
Let's-
left for dead and he'd
let's-
throw juice at you.
Frederick, let's shoot the shit.
Actually, he would be smarter as a zombie. That would reverse whatever retardation he has.
I would shoot the shit out of him.
Allow us to discourse.
He gets more intelligent every
Fred,
minute.
Fred, I'd like to challenge you to a debate.
Frederick, do you happen to have an occupation of sorts?
Are you currently occupied?
Are you currently having trouble with your academics, or possibly having adequate trouble with your social life?
Yes, quite.
Yes. Here's a good one. Does the SOK have any special Halloween themed plans for next week, like horror games or creepypasta dramatic readings submitted by Dubtalia? Short answer is yes. Long answer is yes. Yeah, see? I'm not gonna spoil any of that kind of shit. But yeah, sure. We'll do some shit. How about this? We'll all wear costumes, but you won't be able to see it. So you just have to like imagine that we're in costumes. I'll be dressing up as Iron Sheik. Che will be dressing up as a crow. All right. He'll be dressing up as Russell Crowe.
Sounds like quality content.
Yeah. He's all right. So yeah, we'll work on something special for you. We'll do a Halloween special, okay? Where you guys could watch the stream. That'll be fan participation, okay? You guys can watch the live stream while we do it. Let's see. What is everyone dressing up for on Halloween? Submitted by Azotherian.
I
Nothing.
Nothing?
Really?
I'm
dressing up on Halloween.
I'm just gonna go around with a top hat and a monocle and just give everyone the middle finger and be Dr. Fetus.
Fuck, you're gonna get arrested or beat up.
I
can't do that. Like,
I don't care. That's not gonna stop me.
Just gonna go around and beat people up.
This guy's as DSP.
I'm in a costume. Come on, I can't whip your ass with a lead pipe.
Nah, I'm just gonna give everyone the middle finger. It's completely hard.
I'm gonna give them middle finger. All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is that a new kind of candy I never heard
Hey,
of?
you look. It's middle finger. I'm gonna give them middle finger.
I said I'm
that-
gonna give them the middle finger.
No, you did not. You said you're gonna
Yes,
give
I
them middle finger.
I heard him saying that he's gonna give him
okay.
a middle finger.
I got an idea.
We'll give them middle finger.
Okay.
I was dressed up at the Wii U. So that shit is crazy.
Big
I'm
boss.
dress
Somebody's
up
gonna
as-
dress up as Big Boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up as Che Guevara and see how many rich people I can scare.
They're gonna pop you with the strap as soon as they see he's gonna be some fucking American loyalist and shit. He's like, oh, there he is. I found him.
I'm doing something. Hold on. God, it's gonna be some fucking fat ass drinking beer. But I got the dip on him though. It's gonna take him like
got
30
the
seconds
dip
to get
on
that gun. I'll be out.
on him.
Ain't no pop
Fred's
Billy guy
gonna-
gonna shoot me.
Fred's gonna dress. You know what I should? I should do Vince McMahon, but I'd have to dye my hair and shit, or wear a wig.
Come on, you got to go into the gorilla position.
I could get a mask and just wear one of my suits. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna try to do that this year. I'm gonna be Vince McMahon. I'm gonna go around with the voice and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon. No, you got any got any of that candy? The boys need their candy.
I'm dressing up as a gothic schoolgirl.
Oh shit.
I win.
I was gonna dress up as
Well, Moonman was too, so you guys are gonna have to compete.
no. But seriously, I was gonna dress up as Rorschach from Watchmen.
Oh,
'cause
that's awesome.
That looks cool, and I found the paint for it.
Nice.
And it's like that paint that goes away when you breathe in. It's kind of cool.
You're gonna have to send me a picture of that because he's like one of my favorite superheroes.
Yeah.
It's really easy. It's just like a trench coat, boots, and gloves.
Let's see. Anybody else? Costumes.
I want to go as an Eskimo. Oh wait.
Hey, you just wear your school clothes. You can wear your summer outfit.
Pretty much.
Let's see. Plans for Halloween? Well, submitted by Zook. Well, I'm gonna get intoxicated with several other people that are wearing costumes, and yeah. Shout out UIUC. You know what I mean? One of the top party colleges in the United States, but we still get the business done with the goddamn education.
Yeah, get high, Netflix, and chill.
Yep. Netflix and chill for one.
All right. Let's see. Here we go. Alice.
Yes.
When are you going to promote Yuri as much as you do Yowie? Submitted by Anonymous.
Never. Fuck off with that shit.
All
No.
right.
No.
What the fuck?
I'm not. No. No. Just no. No.
All right. Well, I guess the answer is yes. Let's see. I think that about does it. Because we're just about on the 4-hour mark. Jeez, we do these for so fucking long. Okay. Here we go. The last one. Che, don't let me down, man. You ready for this?
Word.
Draguno wants to know about your biggest enemy, the Spider Crow.
Oh my.
Of course. What, Spider Crow?
That's what Draguno
I
wants
don't know.
to know about
I
the Spider
I have
Crow.
a feeling that someone's reading a damn newspaper in Europe and there's getting these ideas. Actually, it was Alice that came up with that shit.
Yes, the hybrid Spider Crow.
Thank you, hybrid. So it can lay its nest under my fucking boot.
Lay a nest.
I stomp on their fucking babies too. Fucking if a spider has kids, dude. No, a spider crow, that animal. No. They all gotta go. It's gotta be extermination.
What did you say? They're gonna lay a nest under your boot?
Good, 'cause that's where they're gonna
What are
live.
you talking about?
That's where they're gonna live.
They're gonna live under your boot.
No, that's a joke. They're gonna be dead.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I'm just gonna be walking around happy as hell, smiling, stomping everywhere, being flat-footed, the heaviest feet possible. I'm gonna drag my feet all over them.
How happy would that make you if every time you took a step you killed a spider crow?
Yeah, that'd be sweet. You know, I'll run up a tree and stomp on them. Damn, the twig. I'm taking the twig down with me too.
Oh man.
Run up a tree.
High kicks, low kicks, whatever. Dude. I'm gonna have the heaviest feet possible. I'm gonna be obnoxiously walking around, stomp, stomp, stomp.
Oh, you sound like a sadist.
Do a little fucking. What's it called? With them freaking what's that little game they play on the school ground with the hopscotch? I'm gonna be hopscotching on their asses. Be doing a little fucking everything. Whatever dance, I'm gonna learn dances. I'm gonna be dancing on this, whatever. They're gonna live under my boots.
Yeah, on Halloween you'd be doing like fucking Thriller dancing atop
Oh, heck
of
yeah, I'm
the
gonna be
corpses
moonwalking
of
all over
spider
'em, too.
crows.
Yo, but Jay, what if some of your homeboys see you doing all that shit and they don't know that you got crows under your boots? They just
I'm
think
gonna
that
tell
you're doing
'em.
that for fun.
I'm gonna tell them.
He'd be a great tap dancer.
I'm gonna have a sign on me. I'm doing this for humanity.
Sign.
Tap dancing for humanity.
Tap dancing for humanity.
Oh, you're either gonna get laughed at or beat up.
Yeah, well, they can get tapped on too. They can go under the boot as well.
Everyone who disagrees under the boot.
I'm taking all comers. Whoever can fit under the boot's going under there.
Whoever can fit. Hey, you should get the boot from fucking The Simpsons when they went to Australia. You should get
Yep.
That's
No, that really freaking tall guy. Remember from The Simpsons that messed with Nelson?
Oh yeah,
His
yeah,
boots.
yeah, with the little car.
Yeah,
Is there
his boots.
something funny about the way I look in my automobile?
Are they Timberland boots, Jay?
Oh, of course. I'm not gonna wear no stupid Uggs. That all look like Kim Kardashian with them fluffy bullshit. Fucking hate Uggs. They're like slippers and shit. I bet you Uggs are the one doing that shit. They're trying to get people to mess up their Timberland boots by making shit that we got to step on. I'm looking at you, Mr. Guy who made Uggs, if this shit happens.
He's also going under the boot.
Everyone.
All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking shit on the floor has been a conspiracy theory made by the manufacturers of footwear to fuck up your shoes and make you buy more. So, all right. So, anything else, Jay, before we get out of here for tonight?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
Don't ever change, my friend.
Yep, I won't. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, unless
they piss you off.
Unless they take me out because they know I'm gonna be killing their product. So
there you go.
It's whoever made Spider Crow, just come find. Point the finger at them if something happens to me.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
I actually want to add something. It's about Sammy. I wanted to say this earlier, but I had a lot of fun listening to you guys talk because I just didn't know what to say.
All right, go on.
All right, spit it out.
All right, so it was funny how, because Sammy said, I'm just a casual fan.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, you're a casual fan. And he was like, I didn't donate to Project 7. I donated to get the shirts. Motherfucker, you donated to Project 7 no matter how you view it. You donated to get the shirts. You still donated to Project 7. Dude's an idiot.
I don't have time for a 4-hour debate.
And we don't have time for a 4-hour podcast. So at 4 minutes and 2 seconds, we got to get the fuck out of here for tonight. Thank you guys all so much for all your viewer submitted topics, all your viewership, all your viewerness, all your viewer comments, all your fucking whatever the fuck you give us or whatever you don't give us or whatever you think about giving us. Any thoughts or opinions or any kind of that stuff, send it to Moogle on Twitter, of course. Not me. I ain't got time for that kind of shit. Anyways, thank you guys all so much again for coming. Congratulations, Mr. Carl, the delightful Miss Crystal, Mrs. Crystal, actually, husband and wife, beautiful baby daughter, Sylvana, into this world. Congratulations, you guys. Best of luck. All that kind of good stuff. Tomorrow, permitted that the stream will agree with us, we actually have a surprise for you guys. Can you guys imagine what would be happening on a Friday night around these parts? Anybody? Let's Endure, Super Smash, 3DS, Wii U, the #1 voted fucking thing for our Let's Endures, and we're getting that shit done this Friday, tomorrow in fact. We're going to get all the Smash experts, the fucking Smash aficionados, and we're going to get that shit fucking done tomorrow. 3 hours of quality content all that kind of good shit. Super Smash Bros. 3DS immediately followed by Super Smash Wii U. Stay tuned for that shit. We'll fucking get you guys up to date on Twitter. It'll probably be around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time, or if you want to get specific, Eastern Time Zone in the United States, maybe even 8 p.m. We will let you guys know. Until then, what do I say around this time? Oh, yeah. We love you. Go fuck yourselves. Good night.
Peace.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Spoink. Spoink.